About to start, y'all. About to start. We back, baby. We get right. Y'all came in this motherfucker fast here. Hold on, twin. Hold on, twin. Shit, we can go ahead and start then. Y'all already in this motherfucker. Get right. Y'all hear that background in the rain? It rain over here. Oh shit, we up all night, man. Weekend. You know what I'm saying? We talking Pac all night, man. Even after this shit, we gonna got down. You know what I'm saying? I still gotta check out Deadbone. See his reaction and shit too. Where my damn camera at? Bitch, I know I put it right here. Oh shit. Hold on, Pop. I ain't even mess you up. Goddamn, get your ass over there. I can't grab it. Fuck. Alright, there you go, bitch. I'm in the camera. Oh, there we go. Move this on screen right here. Boom. We in the motherfucker twin. Check what's going on.
Give me a hell yeah!
How you feeling now? How you feeling tonight? You feeling alright? You back, baby.
What?
Post that shit. I thought I posted that shit. Okay, I just not posted that shit. Alright, we back. Tupac, hit him up. I don't care what nobody say. Vaseline? Hell no.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Fuck out of here. Hit him up. All time great. It's always everybody get up in there, motherfucker. Yeah, I'm not where it starts, man. We going ahead and start chat.
Who? Pop. He's been on a mission ever since Suge bailed him out of jail.
First off, touch the chick in the click you claim. West side, when we rock, I'm equipped with game.
I just want to send a shout out to Faith. Hey, girl.
Give me a hell yeah!
Yeah, my boy didn't give a damn. Hold on, we gotta throw it over. I gotta throw it up from the 10 now.
Yo, your boy's been wilding out, man. Who? Pop. He's been on a mission ever since Suge bailed him out of jail.
First off, touch the chick in the click you claim. West side, when we rock, I'm equipped with game.
I just want to send a shout out to Faith. Hey, girl. Hey, and Bad Boy Records.
I know what I'm doing. I'm destroying them, man. Life, I'm them in the game. I'm destroying them.
You claim to be a player, but I bust your wife. We bust some bad boys, brothers touch for life.
Oh, come on, come on, baby.
Big, I'm doing an interview.
I gotta find about it like this, you. Let me talk to you.
You wanna kill her.
Check it out, guns are muscle. Problems with my wife, don't discuss them.
Universe for the video, man. Y'all always get all the dope interview videos and interviews and you know what I'm saying. Appreciate you, twin.
When Tupac came to LA and joined Death Row following his release from prison on October 12, 1995, he found a new family to support and strengthen him. People that wouldn't quote-unquote drop like a sack of potatoes when he needs help. Death Row and the Ma Peru welcomed him with open arms, took him under their wing like a little brother, gave him support, protection, and everything he ever wanted from the thug life movement he left behind. He started to surround himself with real gangsters and gang members while going to war with the people who quote-unquote set him up or knew about the setup. Puffy, Biggie, Bad Boy Records, the people who shot him, those who plotted the shooting, and also the people involved in the assault case. Those were now his enemies. Tupac created a new alias for himself called Machiavelli. After studying the teachings of the political advisor and political theorist Niccolo Machiavelli.
I ain't gonna lie to you, I want to get that damn book, Machiavelli. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just curious about that damn book. Like, I know I ain't the only one. I'm just curious about that damn book.
Machiavelli. He read his book The Prince while he was in prison and started calling himself Machiavelli the Dawn. Similar to how Biggie called himself the Dawn when he embraced him.
But you gotta make me take my shirt off, boy. Yeah, I know you motherfucking lie.
Mafioso style after the release of his first album. Dawn is hereby a term for the head of a mafia family. And now Tupac is coming for Biggie's spot, wanting to dethrone him and become the Don himself. On the book cover of The Prince, Pac saw Machiavelli put up a W hand sign. He then took that and used it to represent his allegiance to the West Coast. Pac was fascinated with Machiavelli's ideas. Like, for example, him suggesting that immoral acts are justified if they can help achieve political glory. A good leader, in Machiavelli's opinion, isn't someone that's good, friendly and kind, but someone who knows how to defend, enrich and bring honor to his people and states, even by taking dark and immoral measures, using the most effective methods even if they're cruel and evil, disregarding other people's feelings and destroying opposers to achieve goals by all means necessary. That was the type of leader Tupac wanted to become when he came out of prison. He was done playing the nice guy that tries to fight for everybody's rights. He was done empowering women, making political songs about racial inequality, trying to unite the thugs from every ghetto, and just making everybody happy.
That girl, that girl lied on him. Y'all make sure y'all go check out live when I'm talking about what? I forgot her damn name right now. Alicia Jackson something. What her name is? Keisha Jackson. Well, the girl that lied on Tupac about the assault and shit. Y'all go check it. We did it. We did a live reaction. She was lying. She was lying through the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? She was switching so many damn stories.
Understood that kindness doesn't bring you anywhere. Felt like he got stabbed in the back by the same people he was fighting for. I mean, he got shot by black people while thinking that no black man would ever shoot him, since he's always fighting for their rights, just like he did for black women. But then he got accused of assault and thrown into prison for a crime he didn't commit, destroyed by the media and stabbed in the back by the same people he considered brothers and part of the Thug Life movement. That's why Thug Life was dead to him, and he wanted to start over. It was time for a new approach, one that may be more radical and relentless, but more effective. And in order for him to get on top, Biggie had to go. Exit Tupac, enter Machiavelli.
When I was in jail, Bad Boy Puffy was the crown with Don. Even though Suge, as big as he was, and Snoop, at that point, they just with 2 million sales, they took the whole issue into Tupac. A young cat. I want to join the family, Don. Get me out. The only way for me to come back is there's no 2-man spot. It's only one spot over like what you call nigga in the kingdom. You know what I mean? And he was that main kid, and everybody tried to be like him. And nobody was successful unless they came from his camp or they was down with him. And that's how much this is.
The day he came out of prison, he started recording his next album, All Eyes on Me, which ended up becoming a double LP. One of the first songs
I don't know, Chet. I'm thinking about it. All Eyes on Me, goddamn. Machiavelli, All Eyes on Me, which one? You know what I'm saying? I like Machiavelli too, but goddamn, they All Eyes on Me. I've been bumping that All Eyes on Me like a motherfucker, though. I ain't gonna care.
He recorded was Ambitions as a Writer, on which he had quite a few subliminal lines against Stretch and Biggie. The song was made a month before Stretch's passing. This is obviously a shot at Stretch for letting Tupac take on the robbers all by himself, while he was sitting on the ground and watching his friend get roughed up. He used the phrase B-S-N-word, which Stretch also used in the Vibe magazine, quoting the robbers who were insulting Tupac and pistol whipping him. Pac obviously took offense to it, as Stretch was just sitting there doing nothing, taking notes of what everyone said instead of helping, watching his friend get beaten up and shot, and then telling everyone how Pac got punked, how he got stomped out and pistol whipped while they were calling him B-S-N-word, taking his jewelry while Pac couldn't do anything about it. Stretch's comments in the Vibe magazine came off as him making fun of Tupac. He implied that Tupac is a fake thug.
Oh my bad, y'all. Fall straight. Fake ass friend.
Thug. And in this song, Pac is trying to flip it, saying that Stretch is actually the one who's a fake thug, that he wouldn't have gotten robbed if he had real people with him. So they were blaming each other for the outcome of the robbery. Then he also talks about jealous people who are trying to be like him, most likely referring to Biggie's Junior Mafia, because later on the song Hit 'Em Up, he said,
They don't want to see us, whole Junior Mafia clique, dressing up trying to be us. It was my only wish to rise above these jealous coward motherfuckers.
calling Biggie and his team jealous cowards he despises. A couple lines later, he actually says "Ready to Die," which is the name of Biggie's debut album, possibly dropping subliminal lines just like Biggie supposedly did on Who Shot Ya. So it once again seems like he's indirectly involving Biggie when mentioning the whole Quad Studio incident, saying that he's hard to kill, ready to die, spitting at adversaries that are envious and after him. And then he also makes another Biggie reference by naming another one of his songs, playing around with the name of the last track on Ready to Die, which is Suicidal Thoughts.
Oh, yeah, okay.
In the next verse, he says that he'll get his revenge on the people that played him, and all the cowards who were involved, meaning Jimmy Henchman, and also everyone who knew about the shooting, meaning Puffy and supposedly Biggie.
Then there's another thing though. I've been thinking about this shit. He couldn't really couldn't go at. Cause I seen somebody talking about some. Oh, what his name? Flex. That little fucking motherfucker with the radio station in New York. Flex talking about some. Oh, he went at Biggie because he had to go with Biggie. I think he went at Biggie. He had to go at Biggie because he couldn't go at what name? Jimi Hendrix like that. Cause Jimi Hendrix was threatening Mama Pop and all them shit. You know what I'm saying? Why when Tupac first got shot, when he was in the hospital and shit, they were threatening his mama and shit and all that shit. So I think he in these songs he really didn't go at Jimi Hendrix and them like that cause for his family and shit. Said Juice WRLD died. Juice WRLD. Oh, damn, I still gotta do Juice WRLD. I'm gonna do Juice WRLD. I might do it tomorrow though. I love Juice WRLD too.
On October 16th, Biggie's album Ready to Die went double platinum, reaching the milestone of 2 million records sold before Tupac. So Big went platinum and double platinum before Tupac, even though Pac had been in the game for way longer. Not only that, but Biggie also had multiple platinum singles out. Big Papa went platinum on May 23rd, One More Chance on July 31st. Juicy and Players Anthem were also gold. But Pac wasn't too far behind. He had the platinum single Dear Mama and the gold singles I Get Around and Keep Your Head Up. Strictly from my NIGGAZ and Me Against the World were hereby platinum. But he had no double platinum albums yet. That would change 2 months later on December 6th with Me Against the World going double platinum. The same day Biggie's Junior Mafia Group album Conspiracy went gold. So these two were going head to head. Everyone was surprised how fast Biggie caught up to him. All with one album. Pac had 3 solo albums and was a movie star. But Big managed to take over.
I shot somebody told me in that last chat what his name was Yummy. I gotta do research on Yummy. That motherfucker. They did that, but that motherfucker kid, but oh my god. I ain't know he was
the game in his absence while he was serving time in prison. Biggie was now the undisputed king of New York, and the West Coast needed someone to step forward as the king of the West Coast. Who was it going to be? Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, or Tupac? The fans were waiting for them to drop their albums and for the West Coast to make a comeback. But none of them at the time were able to drop an album as dope as Ready to Die. Except Tupac. And the people from Death Row were taking a step back to let Tupac shine. They put all their focus on him. And he was in this.
How come one man had to wait when one man come out of jail? I got a question for the West Side. Why you had to wait when one man come out of fucking jail for y'all to goddamn take Biggie down?
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Snoop Dogg, y'all can't rap. Dr. Dre, Ghost Rider. Ice Cube, I don't know what the hell he was on. You know what I'm saying?
Studio every day since the day he came out. He had to get a lot off his chest. The day that changed everything was October 18th, when the wife of the Notorious B.I.G, Faith Evans, met Tupac in LA. That's when the whole Biggie and Pac beef escalated. At this point in time, Big and Faith were separated, after catching him cheating with Lil' Kim. Prior to that, Kim was actually on the radio bragging about how Big and Faith are separated and that she can now have him for herself. And this was before the two actually broke up. Kim's comments on the radio made Faith suspicious. She then found out that the two had been sleeping together every time he went out to record music late at night. Also during the Junior Mafia tour, basically during the entirety of their marriage. And Lil' Kim would always pretend to be something like a sister to her. Biggie also had a rapper named Charlie Baltimore as his mistress. He had multiple women on the side and had become the player he claimed to be in his lyrics. Faith then confronted him at the Millennium Hotel in Times Square, asking, "What is up with you and Kim?" Big was honest and said, "Yeah, we get down like that." He didn't deny it. "All this time? You've been effing this girl all this time?" "Yeah," Biggie said. Faith appreciated his honesty and they slept together that same night, but she didn't feel the connection anymore.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up. It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Now she sleep with you out, and that motherfucker crazy.
Now that she knew about his cheating. She did it for closure and wanted to separate from him. Decided to live alone for a while. She said that she didn't care who Biggie wanted to sleep with from that point on.
Girl, I went to girl, she sleep with me. Ain't no goddamn clothes. Fuck out. Fuck that shit.
Faith then refused to go on tour with Biggie and instead lived in the 2-bedroom apartment of the R&B group 112, which consists of 4 male members. Without Biggie being around to pay the bills, Faith was struggling with money. One day she called him at their house, but it was his mistress, Charlie Baltimore, who picked up for him. And that's when she knew that he's cheating again. She called him on different dates and it was always Charlie who picked up for him. Always at Big's house while he and Faith lived separately. Faith supposedly beat up all the women Biggie was cheating with, even Lil' Kim. But at this point in time, she was done caring. She then met an NBA player in New Orleans, whose name she changed to hide his identity. She just called him Roger Short, a tall, dark-skinned man from New Orleans, playing for a team in the Midwest. She was attracted to him and started an affair of her own. So now she was cheating back on Biggie, purposefully sleeping with men she's attracted to get back at him. The same day she met Roger,
I ain't know she was black and white though. I always thought she was Puerto Rican or something.
She wrote him the address to her hotel room. And that's when they started hooking up. She would have a couple one-night stands and affairs here and there, just to spite Biggie. This will become important later on when she meets Tupac. She was feeling more and more disconnected from her husband and her bad boy label mates. Started making her own business moves while the bad boy camp was touring. They were mad at her for not touring with them. Faith kept a distance from her husband and wanted to advance in her career on her own, while hooking up with men like Roger Short during her trips around the US. She had friends with benefits in multiple cities. In October, she then came to LA to record some music. She was staying at the Ritz-Carlton.
What the fuck is this?
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Motherfucker had a mullet.
Hotel, and once again got in touch with Roger Short. Then she met a producer she called Terry Dollars on the same trip. His real name is most likely Teddy Riley. She had sex with him a few times as well. And shortly after that, on October 18th, 6 days after Tupac got released from prison, Faith went to the Hollywood Athletic Club in LA, where she met Tretch from Naughty by Nature. There are 2 conflicting recounts of what happened next. According to Faith, Tretch told her that Tupac wants to meet her, but according to Tretch, it was the other way around. Faith was the one who wanted to meet Tupac, but according to Faith, she knew nothing about him and had no interest in him. In some of her interviews, she even claimed that she didn't even know who Tupac was, or that he was signed to Death Row. But in her book, Keep the Faith, a memoir released in 2009, she admitted to knowing him. Even added that Biggie told him about their beef and his accusations of him having something to do with the Quad Studio shooting. According to Faye, Biggie was...
He feel all safe and shit around the police and shit. Like, look, with a straw in his mouth, look.
Was convinced that Pac knew better than to think that he had something to do with it. Basically implying that he was creating drama and lying on purpose. So Faith knew exactly what was going on between the two, and still decided to meet her husband's accuser, someone who considered her husband his enemy. Went to talk to him before Big and Pac could talk it out. He's not even been outside for a week and she's already meeting him, before Big even got a chance to reach out to him, cause he was on tour. They could have talked it out before Faith got involved, and Big didn't know what Tupac was going to do next. He wanted to see him and talk it out.
What y'all think? Y'all think Tupac should have stayed away from him? What y'all think? If he did, I don't know. We might didn't hit him up. If he would have stayed away from Faith, would we hit him up? Or one way? Well, we gonna get one way. Call it big. He already had that in play. X, appreciate that, bro. We love X.
There was an awkward silence between them. And now his vengeful wife is going to his potential enemy, someone who's also vengeful and has built up a lot of hate and resentment for Biggie. A lot of people believe that she knew exactly what she was doing, that she purposefully looked for Pac to sleep with him, sleep with someone Biggie considered a brother, just like how she considered Lil' Kim her sister, before getting stabbed in the back. She was already sleeping with other men the nights before, and was going to a new club every night to meet men. She wanted to hurt Biggie the same way he hurt her.
I know you heard. Goddamn, you just throwing it. You just getting it out. You just go out there getting it out. Damn, I wish I was old. I would've goddamn ran her ass in the club. Go ahead, come on, I'm dead. My turn. Yeah. High five. My turn.
And now, according to Tretch, she's asking for Tupac. Soon as they greeted each other, a photographer came and took pictures. And you can clearly see that she's not wearing her wedding ring. She's showing off her ringless hands, while Tupac is looking provocative. Faith told everybody, including Tupac, that she and Big are separated and about to get divorced. So she might have purposefully holden up her ringless hand to seek attention from Biggie. Like, look, I can go and hook up with your enemy if you don't treat me right. This is what you get for betraying me. Maybe she was indeed trying to hurt Biggie the same way he hurt her. Cause there is no other explanation on why she's holding up her hand like that. But later on she was playing innocent, telling Biggie that she never cheated on him. But she later admitted to it after he passed. And yes, she took off her wedding ring every time she went to the club. Tupac complimented her, saying that he likes her music and wants her on his album, adding that only she can do that one song he has in mind, which is Wonder Why They Call You B. Faith was struggling with money at the time. Without her husband or label supporting her, she wanted to make her own deals and work with artists on the West Coast. And she obviously knew that working with Pac would make her husband mad, or at least make him worry. Seeking attention while playing with fire. You don't just collaborate with people who accused your husband of being somewhat responsible for a shooting. Faith told Pac that he would have to get clearance from Bad Boy Records to put that song on the album, and that she wants $25,000 up front. That's not a problem, Pac said. In her memoir, she said that she didn't actually go ahead and work with him.
What a book is? I need to get the damn book. I'm gonna go on Amazon real quick, y'all. Hold on. I gotta get the book. We're gonna read it. We'll have a read it on outside. What a book? Bitch. Never mind, these goddamn little shit be popping. I hate these little goddamn games popping up. I got, what's it called? The fake evidence with.
Immediately, but instead went home to think about it and to ask her manager Mark Pitts and Biggie on the phone, quote unquote, a day or two later, if it was fine for her to do a song with him. And they supposedly told her that it was no problem, that she can go ahead. I met Tupac out here. He wants me to do a song with him, Faith said. Oh, word? Big responded. You're gonna do it? If the money comes through,
Faith,
yeah,
I agree with that.
I'll do it. According to Faith, Big played it cool, as if he wasn't worried or jealous, which might have not been the type of response Faith was anticipating. But Big knew better than to sound jealous and worried, as that would make him look weak and insecure in Faith's eyes. Then again, we don't know if this conversation actually took place, as Big was shocked when he saw Pac and Faith together. So she could have lied about it to make herself look better, cause as we will find out, she told quite a few lies to save her image and reputation. So doing a song with someone you supposedly know nothing about requires you to ask your husband for permission, but stepping out of the marriage doesn't? She wasn't even on speaking terms with him anymore. I mean, she was collaborating with multiple artists without having to ask anyone for permission. But Tupac somehow is the exception. It's not unlikely that she knew what she was doing was wrong, or else she wouldn't have asked for permission, assuming that she did indeed make those phone calls. But yeah, a lot had changed between them. Just a couple weeks prior, they were trying to come off as hip-hop's dream couple. They were on the cover of the October 95 issue of the Vibe magazine. And now she's...
Now for the people back there, back in the 90s, for the people, I'm a grown people back in the 90s, y'all thought they was... Did they really think they was the dream couple? I need to know.
hanging out with Tupac. The photographer who was there that day was supposedly ordered and paid
Tupac. Gotcha, bitch.
Stop the cap.
Gotcha.
by the people from Death Row to take those pictures with Faith and Pac together. She said nothing else happened after that night at the Hollywood Athletic Club. She just went home and that was that. In her first recount, she said that Pac couldn't get the clearance from Bad Boy Records, and that it never went any further than them taking pictures at the club. She then supposedly went and recorded a reference track for a girl group that's not part of Death Row. And Death Row supposedly tried to get their hands on those vocals, so that they can put it on 2Pac's album. She initially denied that they were ever in a studio together, saying that she was only in the studio with the girl group she was working with, not with Tupac. That's what she said in her first account, during an interview with Video Music Box on July 27th, 1996.
Situation with me and Tupac, there really never was a situation. I mean, we met, he was really nice. He asked me to work on his album. He told me he could get it approved.
First of all, you know you supposed to be married. Why the fuck he got his arm around her? And they close out to my breath to breath. Breath to breath crazy.
Whatever, get clearance from the label. And then I found out that he probably couldn't. I was out there working with another group. I won't name them. They have nothing to do with Death Row.
Okay.
And I was writing for them. That's how I met him. I did a reference vocal for another group I won't name.
Okay.
And it ended up that they were going to try to use that vocal on Tupac's album. So I guess it was for him or whatever. I really don't know.
This can be easily disproven, as there are audio recordings of them together in the studio on October 19th, while they were working on the song Wonder Why They Call You B. There were also about a dozen eyewitnesses who have seen those two together in the studio.
Take it back.
I'm saying I went into the verse.
That's all right.
All right.
Remember, we can bring you in and out whenever we want. You want to say that? Yeah. What's the course?
This shit mad fast.
Hey, but you're doing it. You're doing it though, girl. Exactly, you are.
This right here is from an interview with Chuck Phillips, which took place on October 19th. And you can clearly hear Faith recording her vocals and talking to Tupac, while Pac is outside the booth having an
Goddamn gobble throat. Yes, sir. She probably would too. Damn.
interview with Chuck Phillips. So both of her stories were lies. First she said they were never in a studio together. And then in the memoir she said that the studio session happened after the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack release party on November 14th, adding wild stories to assassinate Tupac's character. But this recording from October 19th disproves it and shows that Faith was hiding the truth and trickle-truthing millions in an attempt to cover up what really happened. And the truth is that Pac and Faith left the Hollywood Athletic Club together, the same day they met, October 18th. Cause when Pac went out to smoke, he saw Faith leave the building. He then yelled across the parking lot, "Y'all leaving?" And Faith responded, "No." Pac then said, "Cause we about to go back to my hotel room. What y'all gonna do?" And Faith said, "We gonna follow you."
I think he did.
That night, Faith went to
I think he did what's calling this song too. It's another song he did. What's the girl? Alicia. Damn, I can't know her fucking name. What the fuck her name is? I keep forgetting. No, I'm getting old. What's her name? Just Serena. Ayanna Jackson. I think he did Ayanna Jackson this song too. See, I thought you did this when he said what the part he said in that song. I think you easy. Oh, this easy.
to Tupac's room at the Peninsula Hotel. The next day, on October 19th, Pac and Faith drove to K&M Studios in Pac's convertible.
Why she look like that? Hold on, we gonna walk past that. Like we did, like hold on, Jay. We can walk past it. Hold on, Twin. We can walk past that. We
Leaving?
Like that.
And Faith responded, "No." Pac then said, "Cause we about to go back to my hotel room. What y'all gonna do?" And Faith said, "We gonna follow you." That night, Faith went to Tupac's room at the
Hold on, I know you motherfucking lying. Hold on. I just thought about this shit. That motherfucker like Beavis and Butthead. What that shirt? He had a shirt on his head. I'm talking about petty foot.
Peninsula Hotel. The next day, on October 19th, Pac and Faith drove to K&M Studios in Pac's convertible. K&M Studio was hereby the recording facility of Death Row Records, and she admitted in her book that she immediately knew that this was Death Row's territory. She saw Suge, Corrupt, and various Death Row affiliates there. She then recorded the hook for the song Wonder Why They Call You B. With Pac being on Demon Time, he also played her the first beat for the Biggie diss track Hit 'Em Up, saying, "Look, I've been working on new music for my new album." With everyone from Death Row in that room smirking. They all...
You gotta think about that. Why did Pac play him Hit 'Em Up if he know there was gonna be a diss song? He already knew she was gonna go back and tell that motherfucker that shit. Yeah, that's one thing. Thank you for the face blue smiles. Appreciate that, Anthony.
Knew what Pac was going to use the beat for.
Bro, what's up, bro?
Faith and Puffy's baby mama, Misa Hilton, who was also there that day, were the only ones who had no idea what that song was about. They were just bobbing their heads to the beat and enjoying it. Pac hadn't laid down a verse yet, but he was planning to brag about sleeping with her, which he tried to do that same day. So he basically played Biggie's wife the beat on which he was planning to kill her husband lyrically. Planning to brag about sleeping with her while she's there in the studio vibing to the beat, not knowing what's about to happen. Having a great time, enjoying the music, just to find out that she was vibing to the melody of the song that would turn Biggie's world upside down and give him the shock of his life.
That whole play part they did, make her listen to the song and shit. I wonder if that was like a play. I know that's a move like in the book. If y'all ever read the book, Power. I know that's a move to get through your enemy, but I gotta get that. I'm gonna order Machiavelli for y'all. I'm gonna read through that shit.
The disrespect. Unbelievable. I mean, how was Faith supposed to explain it to her husband? What was she supposed to say? "Honey, I was in the studio with the guy who accused you of setting him up. I was in a hotel with him and he's now bragging that he slept with me. Oh, and I was also vibing to the beat he tried to end your career with." It was a terrible look. Just imagine Faith's reaction hearing Pac brag about sleeping with her on the same beat she was bobbing her head to while using it to humiliate Biggie. And at the time the song came out, she had a baby on the way. Those were probably the darkest times in Faith's life. Following the teachings of Machiavelli, Tupac wanted to win by all means necessary, using methods that are cruel and immoral, but effective. A leg lock, something that would ensure Tupac's victory, making it nearly impossible for Biggie to come back, humiliating and dethroning the King of New York. A lot of people saw Faith sit on Tupac's lap while they were spending time in the studio. The singer Natasha Walker said that she saw Faith's legs between Tupac's legs. Actor and singer Ray J has seen it too. We walked in one day and Faith was sitting on Tupac's lap while Pac was writing a verse. It was like, what the F is going on? That was one of the craziest sights, dog. Faith was in Pac's lap. I was like, what the F? I'm not... Is that... It can't. I'm not hating on nobody. I got love for Faith. That was unbelievable. During the time of the East Coast West Coast beef. Others said that they looked like a couple. The song Wonder Why They Call You B was a subliminal diss towards Biggie's wife Faith Evans.
Right here. I know they do look good together. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna give them that twin. They do look good together. Better than her and Biggie. Cause Biggie, you don't know what picture his eye gonna be straight. Then the other picture is shit cross-eyed going over here and going over there. You know what I'm saying? Throwing me the fuck out.
But she didn't fully understand it.
And that's why they called you bitch. I betcha.
In the song, Pac was pointing out the hypocrisy and the delusion of promiscuous women. And Faith didn't understand the irony of her sitting on Pac's lap and cheating on Biggie, while at the same time making a song bashing promiscuous women. And Pac wanted to point that out to everyone. The same woman that jumped on a song bashing promiscuous women is promiscuous herself, cheating on her husband while pretending to be a loyal wife. Cause that night after the studio session, according to multiple people that were close to Pac, the two slept together in Tupac's hotel room at the Peninsula Hotel. There are witnesses like Drew Down who were actually present at the hotel and have seen them walk into his room. Drew Down actually confronted Faith for lying on Pac years later, and tons of eyewitnesses have called her out for denying it. But that was
where we get like in 2026, y'all. Like where we get the footage. Where they did drop a footage. Tupac and Faith walking into the goddamn hotel. Or they in the hotel like, but they walk into the room together. She said she all on me and shit. Ooh, they're gonna break the fucking internet.
The only time Pac and Faith hung out together. She would occasionally pay him a visit and shower him with gifts between October 19th and November 14th. She went on shopping sprees in LA, and according to the singer Danny Boy, she bought Pac trunks full of clothes and gifts, supposedly after the day they slept together. Like for example an expensive gold Versace silk shirt, which he would later wear to taunt Biggie. Like on November 5th in Las Vegas, for example. He bragged about it in the Daily News later on, which of course infuriated Biggie. Pac wanted to ruin his marriage after seeing the October 95 issue of the Vibe magazine, with Biggie and Faith on the cover. On those pictures, they seemed like the perfect dream couple. All eyes were on them. Everybody read about their love story, how they got married 8 days after meeting each other. They called it love at first sight, and Pac wanted to destroy that. Embarrass them in front of the whole world. Just like how Big and everyone at the Quad Studios tried to embarrass him with their comments in the Vibe. He wanted to turn their love story into a joke, especially after hearing about Stretch trying to sleep with Pac's ex-girlfriend Desiree Smith while he was hanging out with Biggie's homies. He wanted to get back at both of them. But the whole time, he was keeping his hatred for Biggie a secret from Faith. They kept seeing each other all the way up until November 14th, when they went to the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack release party together. But they supposedly only slept together on October 19th. And Suge Knight was sleeping with Puffy's baby mama Misa Hilton the whole time. Pac told him to take pictures of them together. So
I might go back because I wouldn't listen. Yeah, if that shit do drop, shit, that shit gonna go back #1. I bet it is. That Tupac hit him up gonna go back #1.
November 14th, she went on shopping sprees in LA, and according to the singer Danny Boy, she bought Pac trunks full of clothes and gifts, supposedly after the day they slept together. Like for example an expensive gold Versace silk shirt, which he would later wear to taunt Biggie. Like on November 5th in Las Vegas, for example. He bragged about it in the Daily News later on, which of course infuriated Biggie. Pac wanted to ruin his marriage after seeing the October 95 issue of the Vibe magazine, with Biggie and Faith on the cover. On those pictures, they seemed like the perfect dream couple. All eyes were on them. Everybody read about their love story, how they got married 8 days after meeting each other. They called it
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
love at first sight, and Pac wanted to destroy that. Embarrass them in front of the whole world. Just like how Big and everyone at the Quad Studios tried to embarrass him with their comments in the Vibe. He wanted to turn their love story into a joke. Especially after hearing about Stretch trying to sleep with Pac's ex-girlfriend Desiree Smith while he was hanging out with Biggie's homies. He wanted to get back at both of them. But the whole time, he was keeping his hatred for Biggie a secret from Faith. They kept seeing each other all the way up until November 14th, when they went to the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack release party together. But they supposedly only slept together on October 19th. And Suge Knight was sleeping with Puffy's baby mama Misa Hilton the whole time. Pac told him to take pictures of them together, so that they can shock Puffy the same way they wanted to shock Biggie. They wanted them to get ridiculed by the media, and hit them where it hurts the most. Here is a picture with Suge and Puffy's son Justin. You can also
see Suge play with your son, did he? That's why that boy mad, boy. That boy mad, boy. That nigga, that boy still mad to this day. He probably in jail right now thinking about that shit, boy. That Suge was my goddamn son.
The Misa Hilton's legs on the left. Suge and Misa hooked up numerous times ever since the 95 Source Awards, and he would always fly her out to LA, together with her son, just to humiliate Puffy. Pac also did the same thing with Mary J. Blige, who Puffy was working with at the time. While Pac slept with her in one room, Suge slept with Misa Hilton in the other, boasting about how they can sleep with every woman in Puffy and Biggie's life. and then sent them back to the East Coast. Mary J. Blige was supposedly passed around by multiple people on death row, like for example Danny Boy and Suge himself. Pac later complained and joked about Mary's bad smell in the intimate area. Pac and Suge were doing everything they could to belittle and
Mary J. This shit got there smell down there now. It look fishy down there between. You know what I'm saying? You know, you older now. I don't know, you probably, you know what I'm saying? You probably took care of it. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. You know what I'm saying?
escalate Puffy and Biggie, rubbing it into their faces and showing them that they can get away with everything. A lot of the shady things they did behind the scenes was hidden from the public.
Carry on. What's up,
They were trying to drive them crazy and provoke a response, which they ended up getting months later. Pac and Suge shared a common interest. They both wanted to find out more about Puffy, cause Suge and other Ma Piru members indirectly held Puffy responsible for Jake's murder. Tupac, on the other hand, blamed Puffy for withholding information about the shooters and the mastermind behind the Quad Studio shooting, thinking he would have told him if he wasn't cool with those people or part of the whole setup. By the end of October, Pac had decided to go on the offensive against Biggie, Puffy and Bad Boy by writing more battle rap themed tracks or songs where he's taking subliminal shots at his enemies. Like on Only God Can Judge Me, for example, which was recorded on October 26th. He started off by saying that he got stabbed in the back by his own homies during and after the Quad Studio shooting. He's obviously talking about Stretch, Biggie and Puffy. The next couple of jabs are on the Posse track When We Ride, featuring the Outlaws and ex-members of the group Thug Life. It was recorded a day later on October 27th. In the song When We Ride, Pac is talking about a certain person who shouldn't have quote-unquote effed around with a sick-ass guy like him. He's talking about one person here, saying that his adversaries will crumble and that he's out for revenge for the people that shot him. On October 30th, Pac recorded the
talking about all eyes on me? Shit. Are you talking about this? Hold on, make it big, make it a little shorter. Hold on. Okay, off of this. What y'all listen to on All Eyes on Me for y'all? Let me know in the chat. What y'all like? Top three. I gotta say, Can't See Me. For me, Can't See You. Can't See Me. Damn, Picture Me Roll. Damn, it's so many good I can't name. Okay, top four. Damn, Holla at Me. California. Oh, that four for me right there. Damn, sure do want to be a third. I gotta say top five. It's too many damn songs. Never mind. Scratch that. It's too many good songs. I just can't name all of them. Like, damn.
Title track of his album All Eyes on Me, which also contains subliminal shots at Biggie.
I bet you got it twisted, you don't know who to trust. So many player hating shit.
Sound like us.
With all the different recounts in the Vibe magazine about the Quad Studio shooting, fans and readers were confused on who to trust. Pac or Biggie and everyone else who was there at the Quad Studios.
Oh, yeah.
Their versions of the story conflicted Pac's detailed description of the things that transpired during the shooting. Both sides called each other out for lying and tried to make themselves look better. Pac also accused Biggie of trying to copy his sound and style, especially the player image, him making records for the ladies and club bangers for his album. Pac was the one who told him to change his style a bit and to make more radio.
I will be having what's the old CDs? Not CDs, but the disc, the you know what I'm saying? They used to spin on the table and shit. You know, before my damn time. You know, little shit. I'm gonna have to. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking. Hold on, I'm gonna go over here. Before y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna get on Amazon though. I'm gonna have it go to Amazon, bitch. I'm about to have all my shit hanging up, all my Tupac shit hanging up. So it probably won't be no more have my Tupac all in the background and shit. Damn, I wasn't amazing. I know you fucking lying. I'm trying to show y'all. Is it called a hard copy? Hard copy. Oh shit, I want a t-shirt. Fuck. Bitch, go to the right shit. I wasn't around the time. I couldn't get the original CDs and shit, bro. I was young, bro. I wanted to get all the original CDs, bro. Not this one. I want the other one. No, where's this one? It said CD. It's called. Oh yeah, bet. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm still getting the original CDs though. Shit, I can get them. When I'm young, I'm gonna get them, but you know. Is Bo a vampire? Bo rat or a vampire? What you mean by that? Who a vampire? I love vampires too, man. You know, I grew up off Buffy Vampire Slayer. You know what I'm saying? What is that? Come on now. What they got Bone Thugs home? I know you fucking lying. I don't want to say nothing now. Oh, yo, got a good deal. Yeah, go ahead and add the list. Oh shit, nah, I gotta do my email shit. Yo, they got Bone Thugs. Yo, that's the classic one. Oh yeah, they the class one too. Yeah, we gonna have all the old school. Yes sir. Hold on, I'm gonna find Tupac, then we get back to the video, y'all. Where's Tupac bitch at? Bow Wow. I know you fucking lying. What the classic Bow Wow? Okay, bounce with me. Okay, I fold it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't find it right now. Fuck it. Oh, here you go. There you go. I think that's it. Yeah, they want to see the vote for that motherfucker. God damn, twin. It been goddamn 32 years now. You can load that motherfucking price now. Yeah, damn, man. It been like 32 years now. Y'all want to see the vote shit right now. Where we going to war and shit. Yeah, I'm gonna get that for y'all. I'm gonna hang that. They're gonna be in my I'm gonna get that, then Machiavelli, and I gotta get Me Against the World. They're the top 3 I'm gonna get.
Your friendly records. That's how Biggie became successful, at least according to Pac. But now those same people who supposedly copied him are now player hating and talking bad about him in the media.
I gotta listen to Cradle of Grave.
Ready for the Funk is not only referencing Biggie's album Ready to Die, but also the song Machine Gun Funk on the same album.
The Biggie shit don't hit me, bro. Like, look, versus this song and that song, Biggie shit don't hit me.
Pac is basically saying that they're all liars and cowards who would run at first sign of funk, saying that they're not ready for it. Which is actually what happened a couple months later after the Soul Train Awards in '96. More on that later. Pac is ready to send those people to hell for supposedly backstabbing him. Holla When You See Me is directed at both Biggie and Stretch. He actually made a song called Holla at Me about a month later, in which he dedicated a couple verses to both of them. He believed that Biggie and Puffy had previous knowledge of or inside intel of those involved in the Quad Studio shooting. So Pac is asking them, are you still down? Telling them to holla at him. He's been waiting all this time for them to come pay him a visit and talk it out with him. Expected them to come see him in prison and to show love and support.
I know Biggie had something to do with that shit, cause like, if he even did have nothing to do with shit, you know how niggas, you know what I mean? You know how niggas talking shit. Like, even after the shooting, you like, somebody gonna tell you, like, what the fuck went on. You know what I'm saying? Some associate or somebody who knew the plan, somebody gonna tell you what's going on between. You knew the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying?
Not on the radio for clouds, but actual support in person. See if he or his family needs something.
Y'all from New York too?
Things you would expect from your closest friends.
They got them loud.
Instead of doing this whole back and forth in the magazines, they shall come holler at him. A day later, on October 31st, Tupac decided to add insult to injury by recording the first version of the Biggie diss track Hit 'Em Up. A full song going at him. Not just subliminal lines here and there, but an entire verse from Pac bragging about sleeping with Faith Evans, using the same beat he played for her before sleeping with her. He slept with Big's wife and made sure that there are pictures and recordings of them together, which the media would spread everywhere around the world. That was step 1 of Pac's war strategy. This is now 12 days after that incident. Step 2 was now to put it on wax and record the biggest battle record ever, something that gets played all around the world, at clubs, at parties, at events, on every block, so that you can't escape it. Similar to how Tupac couldn't escape Who Shot Ya while he was in prison. They played the song around him to piss him off, to see his reaction. It was pure entertainment to them. And Pac wanted to give Biggie a taste of his own medicine, so that he can't escape the humiliation. Constantly hearing the song that destroyed his marriage and his player image. It was a leg lock, something that's really hard to get out of and to come back from. Because diss tracks are all about emasculating the opponent and making them look like a joke. How are you supposed to not...
Biggie was like, when that soap case with Ian Jackson, my thing is, why you leave your damn guns there? You ain't come in and get them, motherfucker. Oh, why you ain't take them guns with you though? And they was in your name. Like, what the fuck? Why the fuck you did? You know what I'm saying? That's my thing, yeah. At least man up to this shit. If y'all supposed to be like, you and Tupac supposed to be like brothers and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Only undo the damage, but also come back in a way that you're seen as the victor. As someone who made a strong comeback with a counterpunch that deals more damage than destroying someone's marriage. Biggie would need to drop a nuclear bomb to make a comeback. Pac also wanted to introduce the world to his clique, the Outlaw Immortals, which was supposed to be an upgrade over the Thug Life movement prior to his incarceration. He wanted the Outlaws to blow away Biggie's Junior Mafia, because Junior Mafia had successfully defeated Thug Life in terms of sales. Pac was planning to release a project with the Outlaws similar to the Thug Life album and JM's Conspiracy, but more successful, putting Biggie's movement to shame and showing him that he should have...
I'm done. What the hell is you talking about? Must say old news. Nigga, you talking about it's got them 50 niggas on one level and you talking about he did not know what going on. You crazy as fuck. If you think that motherfucker into something, you the dumb one. At this goddamn point. Then he put a song with Who Shot You when he was in jail. You crazy. I don't know.
Have been part of Pac's movement instead of creating his own. And he also wanted to show Biggie that he's not on his level, that he's on the level of the Outlaws, on the level of his soldiers. Just like how Big was supposed to be his soldier on Thug Life.
I ain't got no motherfucking friend. Chugging the talking about. Hell yeah, I'ma do this motherfucking track. And they know exactly who I'm talking about too, you old itch made.
Pac starts off by saying that he has no friends. And that unlike Biggie, he doesn't need to diss people subliminally. Felt like all his friends stabbed him in the back, thinking that Biggie and Stretch turned on him. When they said that they still consider Tupac as their friend, Pac responded with, "I ain't got no friends," basically saying no thank you. Pac is also saying that Big should have been more direct, instead of making songs that are subliminal, leaving it up for interpretation, and then denying it in interviews. Instead of talking behind people's backs like Biggie supposedly did after the Quad Studio shooting, while at the same time pretending like everything is cool, Pac takes action and stays true to his words, making it public that he slept with Big's wife, showing that he's true to the game and not all talk. Not a two-faced coward that says one thing and does another, but someone who's direct and real. His words are aligned with his actions. A true player unlike Biggie. He proved that he's a player by sleeping with Big's wife. That's what he was trying to say. As mentioned earlier, Biggie and Puffy talked badly about Pac while he was in prison, saying that he was in movie mode, acting, exaggerating and lying. Puff in particular called him a fake thug in the Vibe magazine, and Big claimed that Pac shot himself, and that he didn't actually get shot 5 times. He supposedly lied about it to look better and tougher, cause in the hood, people lose respect for you if you get dropped after shooting yourself, especially when you have a thug or tough guy image. Pac hopes that Big made enough money while he was locked up, cause now that he's released, he'll make sure that his sales will drop and his career will come to an end. He wanted to show the world that he can easily outsell and outperform him. Pointing out the sudden change in style, how he went commercial and adapted the player image, even though he never wanted to go that route. He calls him phony and fat, the furthest thing from a player. The Biggie that Pac got to know wasn't popular with women, and he didn't wear the most expensive clothes and drink champagne every day. pointing out how he all of a sudden started wearing Versace just like Pac, basically copying him, which is of course debatable. And the tough talk on Who Shot Ya, where he raps about shooting people, is all bluff to him, cause he's under the impression that Big ain't really a tough guy.
That's why I be going back through the same goddamn shit though. I be goddamn, cause you always miss like hitting shit. It's always hitting shit like it be little details you miss every fucking time, bro. Cause shit don't be adding up to me. And I'm the type of I gotta keep going back like till I saw this shit. Cause the nigga had dropped the guns at the fucking hotel then left before the girl came up. They knew the girl was coming up there, and then left before she came up there, bro. Like Pop didn't even ask him about this shit. Like, why the fuck did you leave? You know what I'm saying? Then you didn't come see him in jail and shit. Then y'all hit him up. Who shot you and shit? Like, bro, you tell me he didn't know what the fuck going on? It had nothing to do. You crazy? I don't care what nobody say. That nigga know what the fuck going on.
That he's too scared to actually get involved in shootings.
He thought Tupac gonna be locked up for goddamn some years and shit. Now he can't get out of jail, so he's gonna say, fuck it, I'm gonna go with the shit. If he ain't had nothing to do with it, he said, shit, Tupac got like 4 years. How many years is that? About 4 years, you know? About 4 years. He like, shit, he ain't gonna get out anyway, so I might as well just keep it up, you know what I'm saying?
And that he's not the tough gangster that shoots people like in the music.
Nah, he shooting that gun like he goddamn Big Smoke from
I'd crack baby with Down syndrome. Pac calls Biggie a cross-eyed crack baby with Down syndrome. As most of you know, Biggie has a lazy eye, which means that one of his eyes sometimes wanders outward as it's weaker than the other. A crack baby is a term coined to describe children who were exposed to crack as fetuses, meaning he implied that Big's mother smoked crack while being pregnant with Biggie. The part about the Down syndrome was obviously not true, but he wanted to make him look like a disabled person because of his eye problems. He also makes fun of him and Puff for trying to act tough on records like Who Shot Ya or on the Conspiracy album, where they embraced the mafioso style, and also in their music videos, of course. This was said in response to what Puffy said about him in the Vibe magazine, calling him a fake thug who should stop acting and treating his life like a movie.
I got your ass in my sight, nigga, down tonight, we screaming West Side for life. And I can't wait to see you in the trap, cause we gon' get 'em up. When you see me, you better bust.
Big and Pac would later see each other after an award show, where it almost came to a shooting. More on that later.
I know that.
In the hook, Pac raps the infamous line, this is obviously referring to the song Who Shot Ya. With Pac saying you punks didn't finish, he's indirectly putting the mastermind of the shooting, the robbers, and all.
Even after this shit, everybody fit who had to be where do, what not with the be what I like was like in that inner circle type shit with this beef shit. All of them went up. They either dead or they in jail. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Word. They either dead or got them in jail. They serving life.
So Biggie and Puffy in the same group.
KBD your ass niggas, I can't wait to see your court date, motherfucker. That got to be the dumbest fucking criminal I ever met in my motherfucking life. His ass, he ain't getting out. But you gonna have to tell on Puffy, boy. That one way you might get a light sentence or something. You gonna have to tell on Puffy, bro. You gonna have to say Puffy did that shit or something. You gotta get them for Puffy.
So people interpreted these lines as him accusing Biggie and Puffy of having something to do with the shooting. Cause why else would you tell Biggie, the guy who made Who Shot Ya, that he and his people didn't manage to finish him off? Why did he even make that connection? Biggie's name is somehow always brought up when he talks about his shooters. And this goes back to people in prison telling him that Biggie bragged about his homies robbing Tupac. But again, there's zero evidence that Biggie actually did that. The people who fed Pac information might have lied about it for their own agenda. Or maybe they misinterpreted something. Or maybe Tupac was indeed clout chasing. Cause that's what E Moneybags said after visiting Tupac in prison. He wanted to hear his side of the story, and came to the conclusion that Pac had no actual evidence to blame Biggie. He told Prodigy from Mobb Deep that he's only doing it to increase his record sales, which means that Big didn't deserve all the things Tupac did to him after coming out of prison.
Now y'all wanna feel sorry for the nigga and shit. Like, nigga, he dropped Who Shot You? Nobody. I don't understand New York motherfuckers, bro. I don't. Like, y'all. Tupac from New York, too. I don't know Haitian Jet he had them motherfuckers scared in New York, boy. He turned the whole goddamn New York. He turned the whole New York against Pac, boy. Ain't that damn point.
This version of the song also features Napoleon, who was left off the final product, which came out a year later. It didn't surprise me that he was cut off, as most of the lines weren't actually disses. Idi Amin's verse dealt with the same problem. Same with Gaddafi and the female rapper Storm. It's mostly just...
Oh, you going too fast. I was trying to read it. If you big, that ain't got a point in the clear, bro. I want to test that. 1, 2, 3, pause. Who's the bomb nigga quick to feel that itching finger in situation? No. Who's the bigger trigger? I post that true. Gee, he thought I was a easy. Now you on your knees, back. Nah, yo,
empty threats and nothing else. None of the lines on here deserve to be on a diss track. So I'm not surprised that they actually scrapped the whole song. Only one aside from Tupac who did well on this song was Hussein Fatal, who was probably the most skilled rapper of the group. His punchlines made it to the final version of the song, so I will cover them later. At the time, Pac didn't really know what to do with the song. Cause A, it wasn't good enough, and B, he felt like he was going a little bit too far. Cause there would be no coming back after releasing this. Cause what if it turns out that Biggie was actually innocent? Then Pac would be seen as the backstabber. The one that slept with the wife of his homie after accusing him of setting him up. And after lying about him in the media. But now it was already too late for him to stop. So he stuck to his beliefs and his opinions, but didn't go all the way through. That's why most of the disses on All Eyes on Me are subliminal. He removed Hit 'Em Up from the tracklist. With Shook's homie Big Jake getting shot and killed prior to Pac's release from prison, and with the media turning the feud between two labels into a coastal war, nobody wanted to turn it into a bloodbath. So Pac wasn't going all out yet in '95. He wasn't sure if he should put any of the songs where he mentions Biggie, Puffy or Bad Boy onto his upcoming double album. But he made sure to include subliminal lines with keywords that Puff and Big would understand and interpret as disses towards them. Every time Pac talked about enemies, snakes, betrayal, traitors, or the Quad Studio shooting in general, he was talking about Big and Puffy, cause those were the people who were on his mind back then. Like on the song Can't See Me, for example, which Pac recorded on November 2nd, 2 days after working on Hit 'Em Up. Pac was on a mission to surprise his enemies with the biggest comeback ever, while lyrically taking aim at everyone who badmouthed him while he was locked up. All the people that were happy that they finally got rid of him will now see him in flesh and suffer the consequences. Telling people to make clear what side they're on. Are they with him or are they against him? For Pac, his old friends Biggie and Stretch had already made their decisions, and he no longer considered them friends. They had their time to shine while Pac was locked up. But now that he's out, he's taking back his crown, eliminating all his adversaries like they're no competition for him. In the outro, he also says that people shouldn't believe everything they read, talking about all the different statements made by eyewitnesses who talked about the Quad Studio shooting. Like Biggie, Puffy, Lil Sean, Andre Harrell, Jimmy Henchman, Stretch. They had multiple accounts of what happened and some of the statements contradicted each other. So Pac is telling his fans to not believe everything they read, implying that his enemies are lying on him. This is the only song on the album where he's mentioning Biggie by name.
This was for you, baby.
On November 5th, Pac, Shook, the Outlaws and the entire Death Row family drove to Las Vegas to perform at Shook's Club 662 and to promote the album All Eyes on Me. On that day, he wore the silk shirt that Faith bought for him. Cause as mentioned earlier, Faith would go on shopping sprees and then return with gifts for Tupac. They had a very close relationship. Pac even bragged about it in interviews, which on January 14th, 1996, made it on the New York Times. Tonight, Shook is wearing a new maroon suit and a matching fedora. The rest of the Death Row posse are wearing red and black. Black pants or red pants. Or black blazers or red blazers. Tupac is the only one in a different color. He's wearing an elaborately patterned gold shirt and baggy jeans. The wife of a top rapper bought this for him, Suge says. Who's that? His name is an acronym. Notorious B.I.G's wife, Faith Evans. She bought him this and a suit and some other stuff, Suge says. And how did you thank her, Tupac? Tupac pauses. I did enough, he says rather salaciously. That same day, on November 5th, Pac did an interview with Uncle Luke and appeared on Luke's Peep Show, taunting Faith and Biggie.
I got a song with Snoop, I got a song with Corrupt, Jazz, Rage, Faith, Bad Boy. I got a song with Faith for Bad Boy. We did this track together. What do I call you? I just want to tell you, you miss motherfucker. Can we talk? I hate when them New York niggas be throwing up gang signs. I seen Biggie throwing up this. Biggie don't know nothing about no gang signs. Why do you keep throwing up gang signs? Why do these East Coast niggas be, if they come to California, some of these true to life gangbangers gonna pull your motherfucking card. Cause these niggas out here dying for that shit, and you wanna make a video and play with that shit. Be careful, homie. All you fake friend ass niggas, you got to be careful cause it's very dangerous out here. You could do that little set me up in the studio in New York, but in California, nigga, that's where the cheese lies.
On November 7th, Pac recorded the song Hearts of Men, on which he starts off by reminding the CEO of Death Row Records what he told and promised him when he came out of prison.
Hey, Suge, what I tell you when I come out of jail, what I was gonna do? I was gonna start digging into these chicken checks, right?
He promised him that he'll destroy the label Bad Boy Entertainment. And Suge obviously liked what he was hearing, as he himself was already in a beef with the CEO of Bad Boy Entertainment, Puff Daddy. And he knew that controversy sells. So his eyes turned into dollar signs, and they immediately came to an understanding. He then continues by saying that he'll show everybody what it's like on the west side, the real side, implying that the East Coast ain't the real side. He's creating this contrast of real and fake. The riders on the West Coast and the quote-unquote pussies on the East Coast. DJ Quick was there when Suge Knight slept with Puffy's baby mama Misa Hilton. He was one of the few eyewitnesses who've seen them leave the hotel together after the 95 Source Awards. He and Pac were both laughing at them and were making fun of the East Coast together. He also explains how there will be real people on your side who are true friends, but also fake ones who are disguised as friends but envy you and turn into enemies the first chance they get, in a moment of weakness when you're asking them for help. He was most likely referring to Stretch and Biggie. He's just disappointed in them as friends, and thought that they did more damage than actual good with their statements in interviews and their actions during and after the shooting. He also thought that Biggie and Puffy wanted to see him rot in jail. 3 days later, between November...
We gonna ride past that like we didn't hit it. Oh, that's the same song? Oh, shit. Oh, damn, I gotta find that song. I ain't heard this song. What song this is?
He was most likely referring to Stretch and Biggie. He's just disappointed in them as friends, and thought that they did more damage than actual good with their statements in interviews and their actions during and after the shooting. He also thought that Biggie and Puffy wanted to see him rot in jail. 3 days later, between November 10th and November 13th, Pac and Dr. Dre were at the shooting for the California Love music video. The two hung out together on the set and even made fun of Biggie.
Biggie who? That motherfucker, he don't know who the fuck he want to be mad at. He's so damn two-faced. He's so two-faced. That's why Easy told your ass up, bitch.
Dr. Dre found out about the song Hit 'Em Up, which Tupac originally wanted to put on All Eyes on Me, and he offered Pac to remix it so that it becomes the biggest record ever. But Pac refused, as he wanted to stay loyal to his friend Johnny J, who actually produced that record. Tupac also bragged about sleeping with Faith when they turned on the cameras to promote the record and the label Death Row.
I just want to send a shout out to Faith. Hey girl, stay and Bad Boy Records. That's for Bad Boy Records. I love y'all. Y'all keep making money.
Suge was in the video too. Those two were the main people on Death Row who wanted to destroy Bad Boy. A day later, after filming the music video to Cali Love, Tupac and Faith met again for the last time at the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack release.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass.
Now, one minute she look goddamn skinny, and the other minute she look big as hell, and then up. Like, make her your goddamn mind. You confuse me at that damn point. Shit.
Party on November 14th. There was no mention of this meeting in Faith's first recount when she was asked in interviews months later. But in her memoir, which she released in 2009, she spoke about a whole new set of events that supposedly transpired after the night at the soundtrack release party, which she either tried to hide or forgot to mention in her first account in '96, or made up and added on top of a mountain of lies in an attempt to trickle-truth people who have noticed the holes in her story. Cause at first she denied ever being in a studio or hotel room with him. But then later in her memoir she said that they indeed met up and spent time together after the day they took those pictures at the Hollywood Athletic Club on October 18th. The only problem...
Hey bitch, you lying. All these girls do be lying. Anna Jess, what her name? I can't, well fuck her name is. Who she got interviewed? I want to see, I want to hear from her at that damn point. Let me go back to YouTube. We gotta hear from her head real quick. I ain't never looked at her to see she got interviewed. I might say that for a stream though, to be honest. Well, she do got interviewed. You ain't talking about Biggie and this shit. It was 7 years ago. Bitch, you want to see? Oh, here you go. We got one. I might say that for a stream, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Damn. Well, y'all want to see it now? Let me know. Let me know, chat. Y'all want to see it now? Y'all want to continue the other one? Damn. I want to see. I want to know what the fuck she said. They say Tupac. I don't want to hear about them damn Stevie J. She said hard. We might say it for tomorrow. Oh, we still gotta do Jill Green too. Let's see on here from your bitch ass. I think you was the lookout dude for sending Tupac up, to be honest. I really do.
Problem is that she messed up her timeline in the attempt to make everyone believe that she did not sleep with Tupac.
So y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. Tomorrow we're gonna do fake evidence. We're gonna see what she gonna say. We're gonna see all her interviews. We're gonna go through all her interviews and see what she talking about. You know she gonna be lying, so we gonna call her out. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature.
Cause she made it seem like the Exhale soundtrack release party happened directly after they first met on October 18th. Saying that they recorded the song after the release party, which took place on November 14th. So it doesn't really make sense, as there's a whole month in between those dates. Pac had already recorded the first version of Hit 'Em Up on October 31st, meaning 2 weeks after their meeting. And on the song, like explained earlier, he bragged about sleeping with her. And we also have actual audio recordings which prove that they indeed recorded the song on October 19th.
October 15th meeting and boom. When they first meet up, boom. Correct. Wait into it. And these all in the same month. It's October though.
Faith made it seem like she had to get permission from Biggie and her manager Mark Pitts in order to do the song with Pac a couple days after meeting him on October 18th, implying that the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack release party happened in October. But it did not. Only reason why she purposefully lied about the timeline is because she tried to paint Tupac as a monster and sexual predator who harassed her, and made her take the first flight back home to New York after that supposed traumatic experience. She couldn't have done that if she had admitted to doing the song with him on October 19th, Cause that's when they actually recorded the song according to the evidence we have. And she was still cool with Tupac after that studio session and after spending time with him at the hotel room. They were cool for a whole month. And she didn't leave LA until mid-November. And guess what? There are still pictures of Pac and Faith together in mid-November. November 14th to be exact, at the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack release party. And at the party they were hanging out like friends, sharing a table for a whole night. You wouldn't do that with someone who harassed you. So she messed up the timeline on purpose. But let's look at what she said so that you can form your own opinion on it. They were on their way to the soundtrack release party when Tupac called her asking where she's at. Notice how Pac somehow has her phone number and can call her up casually like a friend, as if they're close.
Recipes both of them though. That's crazy. Both of them gone. Damn. Two legends.
And not complete strangers like Faith made it out to be. Pac saw Faith's car and jumped in the back seat. They both got out the car when they arrived at the red carpets and hung out together the entire day. Pac sat at the same table as her the whole night. They then went to an after party together at the Peninsula Hotel, the exact hotel Tupac was staying at. Pac jumped into Faith's limo and they drove to the hotel together. She then said that Pac picked her up in a convertible and they drove to the K&M Studios, which is where Death Row recorded most of their music. And she saw Shook, Corrupt and people from the label there, knowing that Puffy and Shook were in the middle of a beef. But she still decided to record the song with Pac. This is what she said in the second version of her story. In the first version, they never even were in a studio together. Now all of a sudden she admits that they indeed went to hotels and studios together. They even smoked a blunt, and then recorded One Day Where They Call You B. Afterwards, Faith asked...
She one of them girls. She get a couple little drinks in her. That motherfucker a whole different person. And my mom said, she get little drinks in her. Whole different person. Tupac was out there tearing her head up. Damn. You got a limo, bought clothes. God damn. Ooh, you don't know them until you make them mad, boy. You make a woman mad. You gotta see. That's how you know she the one that. You gotta see what she do when she mad.
For her check of $25,000, which Tupac promised on October 18th when they first met at the Hollywood Athletic Club. And Pac supposedly said, "My manager is bringing it to my hotel right now. I can bring it to you later on this evening, or we can swing by there right now and pick it up." In her memoir, she then said that she wanted to go to Tupac's room at the Peninsula Hotel to get that check. But when they got there, no manager was in sight. But there were two guys in Tupac's hotel room waiting and smoking blunts. She then said that the four of them waited in Tupac's hotel room for a whole hour, but the manager wouldn't come. At one point, Pac's friends left and she was all alone in the room with him. As soon as the two guys left, Pac supposedly confronted her. "You know I love New York, but I'm not effing with New York right now." Faith got scared and was shocked by Pac's sudden switch of mood and attitude. "Really? Why is that?" Faith asked. "'Cause they set me up. You know that, right?" Pac was supposedly staring at her like she was the one who set him up. "You don't really believe that bullish. I'm telling you, they set me up." "Look, Pac, I just need to get my check and then I have to go," Faith said. "The situation with the money is like this. If I give it to you, then you my B-word."
Oh, that's what she was going through?
"Yo, what? You heard me.
Yeah,
you gotta be my B-word." Faith got up and moved further away from where Pac was standing. "I'm not anybody's B-word," Faith said. "You Biggie's B-word," Pac said. "I'm his wife. I thought y'all broke up. We still married. Whatever. Look, you hired me to do a song. I did. I want my money and that's it." "Oh, word? It's like that? You just want your money?" "You told me..."
They say shit after Tupac died, when Diddy called KVD and them, they say she was in the room. That's what they say, she was in the room. I think she knows, so she gonna take this shit to the grave. She look like one of them type, she gonna take this shit to the grave, or like if Diddy died or some shit. If Diddy died, then that when she gonna come out and tell the truth or some shit. I don't know.
"It wouldn't be a problem. The only reason why I came up here is because you said Pac then supposedly interrupted her and said, "So you're not trying to suck my D?" What? Faith screamed. What are you talking about? You know you want to suck my D, B-words, don't effing lie. Faith started to cry and tried to leave, while Pac continued yelling and insulting her. He supposedly said something about Biggie and the East Coast, to which Faith responded, "But I thought y'all were friends. You know you want to be my B-word." Faith then left and drove to her friend with a limo. She was crying the whole time. Afterwards, she drove back to the Peninsula Hotel to meet with Pac again. At the lobby of the hotel, she called Pac saying that she's waiting downstairs and waiting for a check. To which Pac responded, "Oh word? I'll be down there in a minute." After 20 minutes, he still didn't come. So she called again and he responded, "Oh word?" The next couple of times she called Pac, he didn't pick up. He never came down to give her the money. That's when Faith knew that she had to get out of LA. In Faith's first account, there was never a mention of Tupac's harassment. She only said that he was always nice to her, even the last time they met. While Pac was alive, she never said anything bad about him. But after his death, she switched up her story and Tupac all of a sudden became the same filthy animal that supposedly assaulted Ayanna Jackson. But her story doesn't make any sense. Why would she go back to the same hotel room to meet the man who harassed and intimidated her? She was all alone. I mean, she was already crying and scared to death. Her staying for over an hour in his hotel room is also very suspicious. Also, why didn't she file a lawsuit for defamation and sexual harassment? Or call the cops? He would have been sent back to prison if she had won the case. But there were actual witnesses there who confirmed Pac's side of the story. No one has ever stepped forward as a witness to support Faith's claims. Her stories are very inconsistent and don't line up with the evidence we have. We have proof that the recording of the song and the immediate drive to Pac's hotel room, which Faith talked about, happened on October 19th. So let's say he really harassed and threatened her. Faith just got the dates mixed up. Why did she spend a whole night with him at the same table during the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack release party on November 14th, which is a whole month later? No one in their right.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Stop the cap.
Hey, I ain't got this hell there. Hell yeah. Yeah, you get the money. You need to do the song. How the fuck you want the money?
Mind would sit next to.
Did it say she couldn't get they couldn't get the vocals from Bad Boy?
To a filthy animal like that, if he really sexually harassed her. And she also posed for pictures. It doesn't add up. Cause once again, she said that Pac was always nice to her. And there was never a mention of Pac's harassment until 14 years later. And until then, she always claimed that they never even were in the studio together.
Situation with me and Tupac, there really never was a situation. I mean, we met, he was really nice. I mean,
it was strictly business, no pleasure.
It wasn't even business. It would have been business, but it never got that far.
It was you and somewhere else, and then it was moved on to his project, supposedly.
Pretty much.
Okay.
It never was moved on, and my voice is not on his album.
Okay.
But all the stories that he concocted.
I don't know what the fuck she did.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn, she said that shit fast.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn, I keep missing.
In her. And there was never a mention of Pac's harassment until 14 years later. And until then, she always claimed that they never even were in the studio together.
Situation with me and Tupac, there really never was a situation. I mean, we met. He was.
Stop the cap.
Now, you said it was a situation, now it's not a situation. Which one, twin? It
was really nice. I mean,
it was strictly business, no pleasure.
It wasn't even business. It would have been business, but it.
Oh, he said pleasure now. He said he got up. He slid that in on right though. What she say? So he had pleasure with you. Oh yeah, she confirmed that shit. Yo, he slid. Yo.
Never got that far.
It was you and somewhere else. And then it was moved on to his project, supposedly.
Pretty much.
We gonna slide past that shit. Hold on. He gonna slide. He just
soundtrack release party on November.
So smooth,
but they never even were in the studio together.
Situation with me and Tupac, there really never was a situation. I mean, we met. He was really nice. I mean,
it was strictly business, no pleasure.
It wasn't even business. Would have been business, but it never got that far.
You didn't answer the question. Was it pleasure? Oh, we call it red-handed. Red-handed. That's why I hit him up still. That's why it hit different. That's why it hit different. Faye, you lied. I wish did Biggie see this interview? He should have saw this interview. He would have said, "What the fuck?"
It was you and someone else, and then it was moved on to his project, supposedly.
Pretty much.
Okay.
It never was moved on, and my voice is not on his album.
Okay.
But all the stories that he concocted and all that, I mean, he ain't got to do that.
Okay.
I mean, if they got beef with each other, him and Big, then they're two men. They need to go at each other and not, you know what I'm saying?
In her book, she stated that she immediately flew back to New York and then got a call from Jennifer, who was working for Bad Boy. Yo, have you heard? Big is pissed off. Him and Puff are wilding out right now. The rumors of Faith and Pac's affair had made their way to New York. Within hours, Biggie called Faith's hotel room. What the F is going on? He screamed. Listen, I don't know what you heard, but Big then interrupted her, yelling, "You effing with Tupac?"
She was.
Hell no, she yelled.
She was, bro.
I told you I did a song with him. And then what happened? Big asked. Nothing, I swear to God, nothing. Faye, don't effing lie to me. Why are people saying this? I don't know. Big, but you know I would never... Big then hung up the phone. She lied to Big, saying that she would never cheat on him. But in her book, she confessed.
I ain't gonna lie, Big.
I hadn't been completely...
I ain't gonna lie, Big. The way you look, you know what I'm saying?
innocent. While I was in Los Angeles, I had sex occasionally with Terry Dollars. And I'd even seen Roger, the NBA player, a few times when he was in town. So technically, I had cheated on Big, but not with Tupac. She even said occasionally, multiple times with multiple men. And this was just in LA. The whole time she was pretending to be the pure, innocent and loyal wife who gets wrongfully accused of cheating on her husband. But she did.
I ain't gonna lie to you, y'all, before I even learned about Faith Edmonds, you know what I'm saying? I thought she was a church girl. I thought she was a goody church girl, singing shit. I didn't know she was like this. That motherfucker, she demon time. You know what I'm talking about?
Cheat on him according to herself.
Just get it out.
And she never told Biggie about it until the day he died. And they even had a kid together after the whole cheating.
I'm pregnant by Big because that was my husband and that was the only person that I was laying with. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Regardless to whatever's going on with us, you know, he's still a married man. He all on the radio talking about he's sleeping with this one and that one and, you know, and that's not right. Even if I was involved with somebody, I wouldn't be out doing it like that, you know, especially not when I'm carrying this.
Why you so close to her? That's what my thing is. Like, you just extra close. You touching on her back and shit.
Man's baby.
I used to fuck mad niggas when I was little. That's why dick don't really do shit for me now. Like, your dick don't
what?
really
What? Hold on, twin. We got behind that bed, twin. She freaked the fuck out.
You know, I would never...
I ain't even go back that far.
Laying with, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
Regardless to whatever's going on with us, you know, he's still a married man. He all on the radio talking about he's sleeping with this one and that one and, you know, and that's not right. Even if I was involved with somebody, I wouldn't be out doing it like that, you know, especially not when I'm carrying this man's baby.
I used to fuck mad niggas when I was little. That's why dick don't really do shit for me now. Like, your dick don't really do shit.
After that phone conversation, Faith...
Hold on, what you mean by little though? Like, you know what I'm saying? You could have said like when I was younger, but you said little. Like, that made me think you like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm tripping. Like, you said little. Like, dang, you been doing it that long? Oh yeah, she crazy. Yeah, she wasn't dumb.
Took a shower to clear her head.
Damn, I wonder how your kids feel. Like, your kids go up and see this shit. I hope they don't see my damn screen. They gonna be mad as a motherfucker. Mom, dude was out there.
She then wrapped herself in a towel and then heard a loud banging at her front door.
My mom wasn't like that.
Big was yelling and aggressively trying to break into her hotel room.
Big, go downstairs. You know Big, pretty by now. Big, get the hell out. Big, get the hell out, man.
As soon as Faith opened the door, Big rushed inside and grabbed her by her shoulder, yelling, "What the F is wrong with you? You F Tupac?" Faith tried to break free and started crying. "Hell no," she said. "You have to believe me." Big's friend Damien had come with him and was standing in the corner of the room. "Damien, please tell me what's going on," Faith said. Damien stayed silent the whole time. "Why is this guy saying this ish? Huh? Faye? Why?" Big pushed her to the floor and she covered her head with her arms, while he continued to scream and curse at her. After about 10 minutes, it was over. He stormed out, leaving her on the ground, sobbing and hysterical. Faith realized that she walked into Tupac's trap and that he used her to hurt Biggie, and Big was done
with a trap, but I don't know.
With her. Got even closer with Charlie Baltimore after that. And there were rumors that she was going to be her replacement. Then he saw the pictures of Pac and Faith together, saw that she wasn't wearing her wedding ring, and showing off her ringless hand to the camera. Pac's facial expression was also very
She didn't keep the faith. Hey, what's the opposite of faith? Hold on. We gotta look. What's the opposite of faith, y'all? Hold on. She the opposite of her name. Hold on. What's the opposite? Hold on. She ain't keep the faith for real. I'm about to say what's the opposite? Doubt or fear? Nah, that ain't the word I'm looking for.
Provocative, and they were all hugged up like a couple. Big would always insult her in front of others, and would approach her multiple times out of anger to get some answers. According to Puffy's bodyguard Gene Deal, he choked her and yelled at her when she was supposed to perform during one of her shows. There were other incidences where he would try to talk to her, but she would lock him out of the door in order to make sure that she doesn't get hurt, while Big was in a stage of rage and anger. She was denying the allegations and trickle-truthing Big. Every time he caught her in a lie, he would get mad again. Faith went on the radio to say that she's not seeing Tupac. But every other week, Pac would make a cheeky comment in the media calling her his girl or implying that they slept together. And this would obviously frustrate, sadden and infuriate Biggie. It was an emotional roller coaster for him. On November 25th, Faith's vocals from Wonder Why They Call You B were replaced with the ones from the singer Jewel, the first lady of Death Row. There are rumors that Faith and Bad Boy threatened the label with legal action, but it's also possible that they just couldn't.
I think Puffy hit too. I ain't gonna lie. She was doing all that. Puffy hit too. Nah, he's a big ass. He a big ass freak. He hit do Mary J. Blige. He hit both of them motherfuckers. I think he did out. If he ain't do it when Big was alive, he probably did after Big died.
Get the clearance for Faith's vocals, since Bad Boy and Death Row were enemies and would most likely not cooperate. Plus, according to Faith, she never received her money. On November 28th, Pac recorded the song Comrades, which features the Outlaws, Storm and Big Psych. It contains a couple jabs at Bad Boy Records. He wants to make Bad Boy bow before Death Row, and thinks that it's time for the next chapter, now that Biggie, Puffy and everyone else had their time to talk bad about Tupac while he was locked up. He also dedicates the last verse to all the quote-unquote.
It's something about when you get too much money, them motherfuckers become too many damn freak like a motherfucker. I don't know what. Lord have mercy. If it get all money make you do all that, I don't want this shit. Hell nah. Party, baby oil, y'all going to islands. Man, hell no, I don't want to fuck this.
For Tricks, who he's trying to murder, while mentioning Bad Boy and the rapper The Brat, who did a song with Big in '94 called The B-Side. And Pac was basically taking aim at everyone that chose to do a song with him. 2 days later, on November 30th, Big Stretch from the Live Squad was shot and killed in a fatal high-speed car chase, exactly 1 year after the Quad Studio shooting. In the March '96 issue of The Source magazine, Tupac spoke on Stretch's death and gave his opinion on what happened. You know what happened? Rules of the game. What goes around comes around. Meaning dishonest acts against other people eventually catch up to the offender, meaning Stretch. So Pac basically said that he suffered the consequences of his own actions on the 1 year anniversary of the Quad Studio shooting. Cause Pac later blamed Stretch for him getting shot and the robbers getting away. He wanted Stretch to grab one of the robbers so that he can shoot him, expected some form of support and help, instead of him dropping like a sack of potatoes. So people use this statement right here as proof that Tupac thought that Stretch got shot because of the Quad Studio shooting, that he suffered the consequences of letting Pac down, and then later talking bad about him in the media. They also interpreted Pac's statements as a jab at Stretch. Cause in the Vibe magazine, Stretch was using the rules of the game as an argument against Tupac. And now Pac is referencing those same rules to say that Stretch got what he deserved. Cause Stretch had said, I want him to get a reality check. Recognize what the F he's doing. People on the streets live by rules, man. And that rule right there, that's a rule that's never to be broken. He implied that Pac broke the rules of the streets. Now Pac is directly responding to that comment, using the same words as Stretch. Know what happened? Rules of the game. What goes around comes around. I never had no violent thoughts towards Stretch at all. I just didn't want to F with him no more. But I didn't want to kill him. He's my dog. Once you my dog, you my dog. He got shot just like I got shot. Everybody believed it was just a random robbery when I got shot. This guy get killed, now random-ish don't happen. He basically said that the shooting involving Stretch was just as random and spontaneous as the Quad Studio shooting, which everyone now knows wasn't random at all. It was a planned setup, and Pac knew that. So this right here could be sarcasm, meaning he really put out a hit on Stretch and is now playing innocent like Puffy and Jimmy Henchman, doing interviews in magazines denying everything while everyone points their finger at them. But he could also just be playing with the idea of people thinking that he's powerful enough to put out hits on people. But it didn't seem like his death bothered him at all, even though he was his best friend at one point. Word on the street is that Stretch was killed for
fuck Stretch. You motherfucking dirty friend, bro. That's why you can't let people get too close to you, bro. You know, never know. It be the one that be close to you. They know. You feed them. Look out for them. Somebody give them money.
robbing a drug dealer for 10 keys of cocaine, which he refused to return. He had just produced the song Take It in Blood for the East Coast rap legend Nas, with whom Pac would later get into a beef with. But the Bad Boy camp probably speculated if Pac or the people from Death Row had anything to do with it, and if they would dare to do the same thing to him, cause Big and Stretch were real close, and Pac was mad at both of them. Plus, nobody knew what Suge would do next after losing his friend Big Jake, cause he blamed Puffy for his death. 2 days after Stretch got killed, meaning on December 2nd, Pac decided to diss him on the song Holla at Me, which was named that way because of Tupac's ex-girlfriend Desiree Smith's letter, in which he asked Tupac why Stretch is trying to holler at her. So Pac took that and indirectly told Stretch that he should holler at him instead of hollering at his ex-girlfriends. But Stretch had already passed at this point, so Pac was technically talking to a dead man.
Who said that? I just seen it. Who said it to the end of time? You don't know nothing about that. That grown folk right there. That grown folk song right there. You don't know about that twin. You know what I'm saying?
These lines are not only aimed at Biggie, but also directed at Stretch, who he had known for way longer. Before he put out his debut album, 2Pac's Now, Pac had him on every album, made dozens of songs with him, let him produce tracks for his projects, and even made him a member of his group Thug Life. With "It was all a scheme, you infiltrated my team and sold a dream," he's talking about the Thug Life movement that Stretch and Biggie became a part of. Pac had his dreams crushed after that shooting. The people from the Thug Life movement, who were supposed to look out for him and be ready to put their lives on the line for their brothers, abandoned him.
I did do a live stream with Thug Life versus Outlaws. Y'all make sure y'all go check that out. But I forgot to get the part why they fell out though. I meant to do that one too, but I do that for another stream.
Let him fight those robbers on his own. Didn't even help him to find the people who did it, when the whole purpose of the movement was to save and help each other. That was Pac's dream. The dream people like Stretch and Biggie sold him when they joined his movement. Pac is asking Stretch how he could just watch them shoot and beat him unconscious, when they all gave their word to fight for each other and to defend each other with their lives. He said Stretch dropped like a sack of potatoes, even though he was the...
So let me ask y'all, chat. So y'all would feel the type of way if like, you know what I'm saying, somebody put a gun to you, right? You know what I'm saying? And your homeboys just fell to the ground, shit. Y'all feel the type of way against them, or y'all be like, damn, but we just got goddamn. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna have to take it to the chin. Cause I want to know, cause some people be having like mixed emotions about this situation. Y'all let me know if y'all felt some type of way, like even though, but even if Tupac didn't even get shot right there, like say they just robbed Tupac, boom. Then after that we got them meet up and shit. Y'all feel some type of way against the motherfuckers, like they ain't help you or nothing. Like I don't know how to explain that.
The biggest guy there, saying that Stretch and his family would still be living in the streets if he wouldn't have given him a chance to make money. Same with Biggie. Big would have went back to selling drugs to make enough money to raise his daughter, who was on the way. Pac was the one who took him on shows so that he can make some quick cash until his deal with Puffy works out. He gave both Stretch and Biggie money to eat and paid their bills as they were broke. He always looked out for them and gave them money when needed, took them on all his shows, had Stretch on all his albums, and even moved Stretch's family into his residence.
In the residence.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. Get your goddamn ugly ass.
That fucked up, boy. That fucked up, boy. This shit fucked up, boy. They did pop so damn dirty.
Again about Stretch getting weak knees when the robbers pulled out their guns, and he just followed their orders not knowing what to do. Stretch felt like it would have been suicide if he had tried to fight back, cause he didn't have a gun, nor is he able to dodge bullets. Pac was the only one bold enough to counterattack, but you could also interpret these lines as shots against Biggie, blaming him for being too scared to open his mouth and tell him who did it, fearing the consequences of speaking up. Pac was not only disappointed, but he had also lost his respect for them, to the point where squashing the beef was impossible, as he could never see himself being their friends again. He also said this in the March 96 issue of the Source magazine. Stretch was my closest road dog, my closest homie. I did a lot of drama. I got into a lot of cases in Ish because of Stretch. Money-wise, he could have had anything. His daughter was my daughter. Whatever she wanted, she could have. Then this ish happened and the guy didn't write for me. He didn't do what your dog is supposed to do when you shut up. When I was in jail, he never wrote me, never got at me. His homeboys was coming to see me and he wasn't coming to see me. And he started hanging...
I ain't gonna lie, I would feel the type of way. That nigga didn't, I don't put your daughter, you know what I'm saying? My daughter's your daughter. You know what I'm saying? I don't put your family in residence. And you can't write me? Ooh, you about to get me motherfucking tight. I ain't gonna lie. That should have had me tight in jail.
Around Biggie right after this. I'm in jail, shut up, his main dog, and he hanging out and going to shows with Biggie. See, both these guys never came to see me. There were rumors on the street that Stretch sold Pac out for money, that he worked for Jimmy Henchman, and that's supposedly why he was the one relaying messages for him. That's why they went directly at Pac instead of the big guy, meaning Stretch. And that's why he continued to hang out with Bad Boy, who on the other hand continued to hang out with Jimmy Henchman. But Majesty, who's the brother of Stretch, denied it, saying that they were in shock and surprised when Jimmy Henchman got the number of their mother, cause Jimmy called their mom's crib, possibly to intimidate them, showing them that they know where their mom lives, and that they can reach her whenever they want, and they would have never worked with someone who threatened their mother. The last two lines of the first verse could be interpreted as Pac alluding to the rumors of Stretch selling him out for money. These lines are directed at both Stretch and Big. Fear wasn't their only motive when they let him down, according to Pac, saying that it was their greed for money that led them to trap or set up his friend during the robbery. He talked about this in the 96 Vibe interview.
And I feel as though he wronged you. You got out of hand and you wronged me. You got seduced by the power, not because he's an evil person, but because money is evil if it's not handled right. If you lose your composure, you can do anything. And fear got stronger than love, and they know they weren't supposed to do.
Then in the hook, he flips it and says that he must stay sharp and alert so that he doesn't fall prey to the things that greed for money brings. Pac wants to stay sharp so that he recognizes his friends with ulterior motives or hidden agendas, in order to make sure that something similar.
I understand it. If that was the case, my boy Pac, you know I love you, boy. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you should have got away from Suge at that damn point. Hell yeah, you should have got away from Suge. You know what I'm saying? Did your own thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he went independent. I don't know that. I don't know if he went in. They probably, I don't know if they knew. Did artists go independent back in the day? They probably didn't even know about this shit. They had to go to labels and shit. They can't go. I don't think they went independent like they do. Now artists do these days, but if he went independent, I think people still rock. Yeah, hell yeah.
To the Quad Studio robbery doesn't happen again. Pac had developed trust issues and questioned everybody that was close to him, cut ties with most of the people he knew, as he felt like he couldn't even trust his childhood friends. That's why he started saying trust nobody during his time in prison.
I would tell each and every person out there, don't forget about that clicking up thing, you know what I mean? Be to yourself, stay to yourself, trust nobody, trust nobody. My closest friends did me in. My closest friends, my homies, people who I done took care of their whole family. I done took care of everything for them, looked out for them, put them in the game, everything turned on me.
Therefore, anyone who's going to be down with Pac better holler at him, to let him know that he can trust him. That's the message of the song. This right here is a play on words and also confirmation that he's addressing Stretch. Stretch was part of the group Life Squad together with his brother.
Which artist was independent? I'm curious to know. L Breezy, how you doing, bro? I'm curious. I don't think Suge would let him go either. Suge had them cops. Suge had them damn cops. That made me think about something else. This Suge, that made me think. I don't know.
Majesty. Being live means being bold, fearless, and respected. Pac is questioning that now that he saw him in Fear during the Quad Studio shooting. He can never be live because he's a quote-unquote coward that pretends to be hard but folds under pressure. But it could also be a double entendre, since Stretch passed away. He can never be live or alive because he's dead. These lines could also be a response to Biggie, cause on the song Who Shot Ya, Puffy kept yelling "Get Live" in the intro, interlude, and outro. This is obviously about him standing up after getting shot 5 times and then going upstairs to see everybody's faces, including Jimmy Henchman, Puffy, Andre Harrell, and the other 40 people who were up there. A couple days after Pac's single California Love with Dr. Dre came out, Pac got confronted by a couple of Keefy D's homies. Again, Keefy D was the Southside.
I'm supposed to be scared of these niggas.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
Ricky.
Crib that Puff Daddy hired as additional security to keep an eye on Suge Knight and the Ma Peru. Pac had a line in that song that upset the Crips, recognized from Long Beach to Rosecrans. The Crips had a problem with that line.
This for my dude that said Vaseline was better than hit him up, but this nigga had goddamn gang members mad, bro. Ice Cube shit had shit with him like that.
Because Pac was referring to the areas around Long Beach Boulevard and Rosecrans Avenue in Compton, which is the territory of the Ma Peru Bloods, the gang that Suge and most people working for Death Row were affiliated with. Rivals of the Southside Crips and the people that Puffy wanted to keep in check. The Crip Big Syke, who was Pac's friend at the time, de-escalated the situation. I gave a detailed description of what happened in the Tupac.
Now, nigga shoot me with Jerry Curry, I don't know what the fuck to say. That nigga like this with hair sweat, hair dripping and shit. What the fuck going on, twin?
Murder documentary. Make sure to check it out.
Who the fuck told you that shit was cool? I want to ask all my older black people. You know what I'm saying? Back then, who made that shit cool? Michael Jackson. Who made y'all make Jerry Curry? I want to know.
Pac tattooed the acronym MOB on his inner right upper arm. The acronym stands for two things, according to Tupac himself: money over bees and money, organization, and business. He referenced it on numerous songs recorded in '96, like for example Blasphemy, Hit 'Em Up, Changed Man, Worldwide Mob Figures, MOB, the list goes on and on. People to this day are still unsure if MOB was more than just an acronym that Tupac created. Cause MOB can also mean Mafia, a criminal organization, an acronym for members of Bloods, or a reference to the Ma Peru. You can't make songs and call yourself MOB or any other gang name without gang members confronting you. So the Ma Peru members associated with Death Row knew what he was doing and were fine with it. Some say he got that tattoo to get the Perus on his side, basically as an army to ride with him in his wars. Cause Pac felt like the whole world was against him. He was in the middle of the East Coast-West Coast war. Suge, a Ma Peru member, got him out of prison and got him a second chance in life. So it could have also been loyalty towards Suge. Puffy, on the other hand, relied on the Southside Crips, meaning Keefe D and his people. Pac had Peru members as a security around him, and made himself a target against the Southside Crips. He not only became part of Suge's bloody war with Puffy, in which people like the Peru member Big Jake, one of Suge's friends, got killed by one of Puffy's associates, but the Southsiders around Puff were also beefing with
him and that damn one too. It's the dumbest. See, you know why all my people, y'all do not be doing that game bang shit. This motherfucker took it, he did all that just to get like. You know what I'm saying? You did all that game banging just to get like, motherfucker. You got to be the weak link. Fuck that. You waste your whole fucking life. Then you gonna die in prison as an old man. I mean, you already old now, but you gonna die in prison with crazy fuck.
The Perus. So the wolves that Pac and Puffy had around them as security were fighting a bloody war of which Pac couldn't get out of. He more or less got dragged into a gang war without being a real gang member. And things got worse day by day. It wasn't just a hip-hop rivalry anymore. Both sides were constantly receiving death threats. The Crips would approach Pac and the Bloods would approach Puffy. Around the same time, Biggie and Junior Mafia filmed the music video to their hit record Get Money. Big was asked about the whole friction between the East and West Coast, and also about his beef with Tupac.
I'm just here to make music, man. That's it. Right. I don't know East Coast, West Coast, none of that. I'm on Big. I'm trying to make some places down people in the West Coast and love. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all thing. We gonna do our thing. We gonna continue to do our thing.
You a what? Bad boy killers.
That's why I tell my when I argue with Biggie motherfucker fan, they be talking about Biggie better than Tupac. Like you see it clearly he died in the smoke. He ain't want to rap for real till Tupac died. That when he want to rap for real. You know what I'm saying?
On December 12th, Pac recorded the song F 'Em All, together with his outlaws calling themselves Bad Boy Killers. In the intro, Pac tells Biggie to put his hands up.
Hey, yo, Biggie, put your hands up.
Taking a common saying from the police, put your hands where I can see them, and using it to belittle his rival Biggie, who's lyrically being held at gunpoint, cornered by Pac and his outlaws. He asks him to surrender and bow down to his greatness, telling Bad Boy to bow down to Death Row, while calling himself a notorious Biggie killer.
Notorious B.I.G, affiliation with Death Row. Get their cats peeled back. Food is the West Coast.
He wanted to show the East Coast that the West Coast is superior, during a time when the media couldn't stop using the phrase East Coast-West Coast War as a headline for their magazines. So he was obviously fine with that, and was in full war mode, ready to take on the whole coast if he has to. 3 days later, on December 15th, just 3 months after Big Jake got shot in Atlanta, there was another incident that changed the beef between Puffy and Suge.
Y'all agree with Big HR? Y'all believe Big had better bars and Pac had better flow? Y'all let me know.
Forever. Death Row Records was having a Christmas party at a home in the Hollywood Hills, and a record promoter from New York named Mark Anthony Bell, who was close to Puffy, decided to attend, which led to him getting beaten up and threatened by Suge, Tupac, and the Mob Piru. They wanted to know the exact location of Puff Daddy's home in LA, so that they can pay him a visit and rough him up. Mark Bell refused to cooperate and got beaten up pretty badly. Suge even tried to force him to drink a glass filled with his urine, just to humiliate him. I have touched on this incident in my Tupac murder documentary. There you can find out what exactly happened that night and hear the story in full detail. When Puffy found out about this incident, he panicked and was scared for his life, cause Mark Bell took the first flight back to New York, and Puffy was notified immediately. Suge and his people wanted retaliation not only for Big Jake's murder, but also for supposedly knowing about the plans of robbing Tupac at the Quad Studios. So both Biggie and Puffy were mad at them. Big had just seen the pictures of Pac and Faith together, with everybody spreading rumors of her cheating. And Puffy feared for his life. So he once again tried to get closer to Keefe D and the Southsiders, to make sure that they're always with him whenever he flies to the West Coast.
I agree with
the following day, on December 16th, 1995, Snoop Dogg and the Dogg Pound were in New York to shoot the music video for the song New York, New York, off the Dogg Pound's debut album Dog Food, which had just come out. It was released on October 31st. Biggie heard it and was upset when he found out that they used the beat for his Sanites commercial to make a West Coast banger called New York, New York.
Said Pac had nothing better than I know you stop the cap.
Stop the cap.
That boy dropped All Eyes on Me, went 5-time platinum. You is tripping right now, twin. Hell no. That boy is tripping on it. He would have, but he wanted to reach more people, and he definitely did. Pac out. Him in Brazil and Africa, soldiers, they say they listen to Pac. But yeah, he nationwide. I ain't gonna lie. Somebody said Pac raps was elementary school. Big raps was. Said Big raps was that master dude. You ain't know y'all tripping when y'all talking about master degree. Nobody even rapping Biggie shit no more. I ain't heard fucking a Biggie fucking verse in a fucking long time. Yeah, even in 2020 shit. All we be hearing for Biggie verses, him being suspect in them damn songs. You know what I'm saying? With kids and all type of that. Fellatio with men and shit. Then he had trends and shit. That's y'all feel. I swear y'all feel.
At the time, Biggie thought that the song New York, New York was supposed to be a diss towards him, the King of New York, and also to the city he was representing. Because not only did they snatch his beat, but Death Row had just signed Tupac, who allegedly slept with his wife and is now making diss records. No one knew what was about to happen. Bad Boy was already competing with Death Row, so they saw the album Dog Food as a direct response to Biggie's Ready to Die, cause they were going head to head with their album sales.
You lying.
The sales of the Dog Pound album.
You did. Now you tripping between. You talk about all. You said Life After Death was way better than All Eyes on Me. I know you fucking lying. Ain't nobody when who playing Life After Death? Let me know. Who playing that shit? Who playing that? It didn't even sell more than All Eyes on Me. Shit, who fault that is? That his fault. He ain't dropped on 2 albums. Shit, Pop locked up. That his fault. He should have recorded more music. That shit, he had time. He was out. You know what I'm saying? Pop locked up. He could have did about 4 songs, 4 albums. But he did have Joey Mafia and shit. And then that, you know what I'm saying? I give him that. Pop head. He said, Pop head. What? Oh, here we go.
We're getting closer and closer to Ready to Die, and they ended up going double platinum way faster than Big. It took them less than 3 months, while it took Ready to Die more than a year.
Who talking about this shit too? I don't know.
Direct response to Biggie's Ready to Die, cause they were going head to head with their album sales. The sales of the Dog Pound album were getting closer and closer to Ready to Die, and they ended up going double platinum way faster than Big. It took them less than 3 months, while it took Ready to Die more than a year. But the game still respected Biggie way more than the Dog Pound. Rapping wise, he was just in a league of his own. Death Row was still superior in terms of record sales, but Bad Boy was getting closer.
I said Tupac's better though, cause Tupac died. When Tupac died, he dropped. How many albums? Tupac died. How many albums came out? Like musically, writing music and shit. Big was not fucking with that, man. Even Big said that shit.
And closer. Now with Tupac on board, with all the rumors that were going around, and with Pac's comments in the Vibe magazine, people on the East Coast were nervous about what the hothead Pac would do next.
So who Biggie supposed to be? Brent, let me know who Biggie supposed to be. I want to know.
It was rumored that Pac, Snoop, the Dog Pound, and Dr. Dre would take the East Coast-West Coast beef to a whole new level by using Pac's anger, passion, and energy as ammo to fire at the East Coast. Back then, rappers and artists were shrouded in mystery. You would only hear from them when they would drop an album, a single, or do an interview. You didn't know what these people were thinking or planning. They couldn't just make a tweet and make you understand what they feel like at this very moment. So nobody knew what was about to happen. Both sides were waiting on each other to drop an album, a single, or an interview, where one side says something about the other, so that they can respond accordingly. And right now, only Tupac and Suge were the ones wilding out in interviews.
Everybody got their own opinion, and you know what I'm saying, everybody from different places, and they grew up listening to different stuff at the same time. If that makes sense to y'all. Now, if you gonna keep it real 100, but me personally, it depends how people look at artists. Like me, I love artists like that. They're real, like they, you know what I'm saying, got a real background. If that makes sense to you, like niggas Black Panther, he stood up for our people and shit. I like people like that. That's just me. Biggie, I don't care. Biggie, he just flashy motherfucker. Just talk about, you know what I'm saying. I don't care, rappers like that. That's just my opinion. Like Nipsey Hussle and all this shit, like X and all this shit. That was type of rapper I like.
So Biggie didn't know what the Dog Pound or Snoop thought about him. Were they agreeing with Tupac's hateful comments towards Bad Boy, or were they just doing their own thing? Biggie didn't know what to expect, but he was cautious and paranoid, because the man had just...
Come on, because I want to make sure I'm fat. I don't want to be wrong now. We're gonna hold on, I'm gonna go research. I don't want to be wrong. Who sold? Why the fuck I go? Who the fuck goes though? What the fuck is I'm on? I ain't on Google. I thought I was on Google. Hold on, we about to go look it up. We gonna confirm who's better. That motherfucker say slavery, but I'm about to goddamn get tight. Move on. Tupac versus Biggie. I'm talking about Nelly. You said Nelly. I know you fucking lying. You said who? Talking about Nelly. Talking about St. Louis T. Nelly. I know you fucking lying. Hell no. I do love Nelly though. They got that. I ain't gonna lie. Oh my goddamn shit. That his first album. Classic. He said Tupac sold more records than Notorious B.I.G. 24 million more compared to Biggie's 22 million. See, that what they said? It's on wet now. Hey, it's on AI overview. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but he was up there with him though. I ain't gonna lie, Biggie was up there with him too. But he got them sold to win. Cause yeah, this one, All Eyes on Me. So higher. Damn, we got a big ass catalog. Fuck. Said Biggie was a lyric for Tupac political outpours and according to YouTube comments and stuff. Anybody read all this shit. But we got the winner. My boy won. Yeah, all I care about. I ain't gonna lie. Hello. Matter of fact, I need to screenshot this shit because next time I argue with the motherfucker. No, I ain't mean argue with y'all, but I'm talking about like when I meet other New York people on the street. Especially my coworker, she loved it. She from New York too. She be arguing the fuck out of me with that shit. We just be at work arguing like a motherfucker. You said double? Hold on, I'm gonna go back, y'all. Damn, who the fuck that is? Oh shit. Yeah, the fat Buddha.
Ruined his marriage. What is he going to do next? When Big heard that the people from Death Row came to New York to shoot a music video, he thought of the worst, thinking that Pac will shoot the music video to one of his diss tracks against him. In New York. Make fun of him in New York in his own territory. Showing New Yorkers that he can do anything he wants.
My thing about New York, like, New York is kind of damn, but y'all live biased, motherfucker. Y'all still together sometimes, but y'all biased during that damn time. Like, nigga, he Pac putting Biggie on and shit, showing love, putting that nigga on and shit. Then he from New York too. Like, I still don't get that to this day. Like, both of them from New York. You know what I'm saying? Why y'all didn't, like, I can understand both of them in New York, y'all got them repping y'all, which side y'all like the best. You feel me? But I don't know. Maybe if the whole story be different. Like if Tupac didn't go to the West Side, he stayed to New York. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. I'm from Brooklyn, born and raised in the Machiavelli head. I appreciate you there. I appreciate like for my boy from Brooklyn, from New York and shit. Like what's the real issue? Go ahead and tell me, twin. Like. Why they ain't represent Tupac up there? That's what I want to know. You know you from New York too? That's what I want to know. Like why everybody knew, like all the rappers from New York shit, they got like they ride with Biggie more than they ride with Pac. They try to not like Pac went harder than Biggie. I hate that shit. Like freestyle wise, I get it Biggie though all day. I get Biggie all day freestyle wise.
That the West Coast is on top and that the East Coast can't do anything about it. No one wanted to get humiliated and disrespected like that. Especially as the King of New York, he couldn't allow them to do that. He thought he's going to make a music video bragging about sleeping with his wife, while walking through the streets of New York like cowboys, like bosses, as if they own the place. So he felt like he had to do something, cause he knew how disrespectful Pac could be if he wanted to. A day prior, they beat up the New York record promoter trying to find out where Puffy lives. And now they're in New York doing God knows what. So everyone was on high alert, even though Pac wasn't even there. This video shoot was only for Snoop Dogg and the Dogg Pound, who were actually friends with Big before Pac got signed to the label.
Fuck damn Snoop Dogg, bitch, scary. Snoop Dogg scary as hell, bro. I thought Snoop Dogg was a gangster. That nigga was scary as hell. I growing up, I looked up to Snoop Dogg. I like Snoop Dogg got him about this shit. Nigga gang bang, he about this shit. Find out this motherfucker ain't about shit. Well, I tell you, boy.
The video set in New York was heightened when the set was fired upon after New Yorkers felt they were being disrespected. When West Coast hip-hop artists flew to New York to film a music video in the middle of the East Coast-West Coast war. The video was originally going to be a dedication to New York, but they thought they would do the exact opposite. The Notorious B.I.G. called up the Hot 97 radio station with Funkmaster Flex and instigated the incident. According to Snoop Dogg, Biggie was.
Give me tight. How y'all didn't claim New York Pop, but he was all in New York though? I don't understand. All in New York. I gotta look at the backstory of this shit. Maybe because he went to Oakland. I gotta find that. That shit gonna bother me to this day, bro. Like I gotta find out why New York did not really like. Beside him and Biggie in the beef, I need to know why New York didn't support goddamn Tupac like that. Like for real. He from y'all see. I mean, he born from New York. That shit gonna fucking hurt my motherfucking mind.
The one who called the shots on him, because they went to see Funk Flex earlier that day to show love and respect, and to say, DPG, we're here shooting a video. We need all you New York rappers to come F with us, because we love you. We're shooting a video at Times Square. We're shooting at.
I'm about to look this shit up on Google. I'm about to be petty and look this shit up on Google. I ain't gonna lie. They probably gonna say goddamn Biggie. I gotta look it up. That shit gonna be on my mind all fucking night. I ain't gonna lie. Tupac was just like, not the Bad Boy record. I knew they gonna say that shit. Quad shooting, Like I'm talking about before the quad shooting. They wouldn't claim Tupac before the quad shooting. Nah, they ain't gonna tell me. I need somebody from the streets. You say he never shot out New York? So his whole career he been shot out West Side. It was Jersey. Because he was signed. No, I'm talking about before Death Row. I'm talking about when he was like his first album, when he came out his first album, Digital Underground, his first album and all that. That's what I'm talking about. He ain't rep New York. But he was on the West Side, wasn't he? Yeah, he was over there with White Skin when the first album came out. Damn, now I want to fucking know why. Shit gonna fucking get on my fucking mind.
Red Hook, come get down with us. That's what Snoop and the Dog Pound wanted to say on the radio, but Funk Flex wouldn't let them in. They then headed to the video shoot, and Big called up Hot 97 to speak to Flex and everyone listening. On air, he said, "There's a Tupac Dog Pound video in Red Hook, Brooklyn. Brooklyn, stand up. How dare they come out here and record a video dissing New York?" Biggie's main motivation was to get Tupac. The situation between them was so heated that he didn't care about the consequences of those comments, calling for action as the voice of Brooklyn, while the entire city is listening. He most likely did it out of anger towards Tupac, when he wasn't even there. And there's a rumor that Puffy later went to Hot 97 in order to get rid of the evidence that Biggie called the shots on Tupac. And that's supposedly why there's no recording of Biggie calling up the radio and making those comments. Because Big could have gotten in trouble for that. Snoop Dogg and the Dog Pound were all out in the snow in front of the bricks shooting the video. And by the time they went back to the trailer, someone was shooting at it. The trailer got riddled with bullets, but luckily none of them got hit. The Death Row bodyguard Frank Alexander got him out of there safe. He and the Death Row head of security, Reggie Wright, said that Snoop and the Dog Pound were scared.
They say he be lying and shit. I want to go see his interviews. They say he be lying, y'all. They say he be lying in interviews. Like Gene. Y'all let me know. They say he be lying.
At like quote-unquote little B-words. When they flew back to LA, they told everyone what happened. Pac and Suge were heated. Sending people and trying to kill artists was a line that they hadn't crossed yet. It became a life or death situation. Both sides were now expecting their enemies to do it again. Catch the other side off guard. Send goons to attack the artists or people associated with them. Put out hits on people and ambush them the first chance they get. The question was, who will fold under the pressure and cross the line first? And how will the other side respond? Snoop, the Dog Pound and Pac were now in F New York mode. They finished the rest of the music video for New York, New York in LA using a green screen. What was supposed to be a dedication to New York, in which they show the beauty of the Mecca of hip hop, became a disrespect.
I can't look at Snoop Dogg the same, bro. Them boy, he sent somebody, he told them folks to shoot at you and you forgave that motherfucker. Hell nah, to me. You betrayed Tupac. I don't give a damn what you say. Then he said in one interview they didn't get to fighting on the plane. Somebody else said they got to fighting on that motherfucker. I said I knew they got to fight on that motherfucker. I knew Tupac wouldn't let that shit slide. They got to fight on that goddamn plane.
Full declaration of war, with them kicking over buildings and walking through the city like Godzilla, trying to cause chaos and destruction. You might remember the July 95 Source magazine cover where they crowned Biggie the King of New York, with him standing.
I got my mind thinking, bro. God damn it. Wow. I be asking questions. Why Tupac claim with? Tupac claim. Tupac could claim the West Side because he began his career in Cali. He felt adopted by the Bay Area. He found his music and petition ideal there, moving it in 1988. He felt betrayed by New York artists, falling in his 1994 shooting, leading him to embrace the records. Then we got what my boy Outlaw. Damn, we gotta see that one. I bet it got music in it. Okay, so he start. Oh God, okay. See, I gotta see that. What's it called? Tupac. Is it Reckon? Tupac Resolution. When the early days he in Oakland shit. I gotta see that. I gotta still see that. Now you gonna make me go back to my what's called. God damn it! Hold on, now I gotta go back to this shit. God damn it! Fuck. Now I gotta go back to Brenda Got a Baby. Hold on. Go back to my old stream. My old life. Goddamn, where is that?
MC Hammer. I think MC Hammer.
Nope, never mind, I ain't gonna do it. YouTube might strike me for this shit. Hell nah, never mind, I just thought about this shit. It's clean watching myself.
That you could get shot.
Oh, y'all know this Brenda Got a Baby, this the actor.
Who is Lisa Ray? Looking for me. And,
Hello, Lisa Ray. Oh no, I don't do that. But if y'all want to see the truth behind Brenda Got a Baby, I mean the actor, what happened to her years later, she talks about Tupac. That's another live I did, and we found out it wasn't a girl, it was a boy. They found the baby. I mean, now you're a man now, but y'all know what I mean though. Shout out to Brenda, the real Brenda. Brenda Got a Baby.
Next to the World Trade Center while being depicted as a giant the same size as Godzilla.
I gotta see that one.
Now fast forward to December 95. Snoop and the Dog Pound are about the same size as him in the music video, stomping on New York while kicking over their buildings. And again, using the same beat as the one for Biggie's commercial. Definitely a subliminal shot at Big, but more importantly an act of disrespect towards the Mecca of hip-hop. Pac was really fed up with New York, cause everything he went through happened in New York. Him getting robbed, threatened by gangsters, getting shot, getting accused of assault, and then also Snoop and the Dog Pound getting their trailer riddled with bullets. All the people who were dissing him and sending shots, everything somehow happened in New York. Every time he goes there, there's trouble. So he was just done. Completely. New Yorkers took offense to the song and made response records to lyrically defend themselves. like Capone and Noriega's LA, for example, which also featured Tragedy Gaddafi and Mobb Deep.
That's why I say hit him up the best song, bro. This nigga, everybody wanna make this song shit. Like, damn. He was talking about Biggie and Diddy. Everybody came out the woodwork. He said, walk from New York, it happened. Corrupt is from Philly. Corrupt from I know you fucking lying. Corrupt from Philly.
Initially rapping over the same beat the Dog Pound used. And in the video, they even kidnapped them and threw them over a bridge. Around that same time, Pac and the Dog Pound recorded the New York diss song NY87 with rappers like Deadly Threat and DJ Quick. The song is going at multiple East Coast rappers such as Biggie, Mobb Deep, J-Ro the Damager, Tragedy Gaddafi, Channel Live, and A Tribe Called Quest. You can hear DJ Quick in the intro declaring war on the East Coast.
Yo, this is DJ Quick. Taking a second out with the Dog Pound to let y'all know something. If you're looking in the source mag and don't see me, it's because them niggas on the East is the enemy.
Corrupt and Daz then basically sum up what happened at the New York video shoot, paraphrasing what Big said on the radio to prevent the Dog Pound from shooting the video in his city, saying that they can't come to New York to shoot videos, and that New Yorkers should go kill them.
Now I gotta understand basically why Tupac claimed West Side, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. New York feel like New York people feel like Tupac ain't representing them. I get it now.
He accusing Biggie of conspiracy to commit murder, similar to what Pac accused him of after the Quad Studio shooting.
Hey, yo, God, the heads is tripping out in New York. Money they can't go down here, shoot no video.
Then they're calling Biggie out by name, saying that he shall holla at Tupac, similar to what Tupac said in the song Holla at Me,
I'm gonna look it up, bro.
where he told his old friends Stretch and Biggie to reach out to him to settle their differences one way or the other. Then they addressed the rumor that had been spreading for the past couple of weeks about Tupac sleeping with Biggie's wife Faith Evans. The Dog Pound confirmed that those rumors are true. They then asked Biggie and his people if they really want to go to war with him, saying that the same people that set Tupac up tried to set up Snoop Dogg and the Dog Pound as well, once again accusing Biggie of setting Pac up. The intro ends with them saying that they might also have sex with Faith Evans as well, just like Pac, because Biggie was saying that they can't come to New York unless they bring him a gift, and the Dog Pound wants to send back his wife with $350 worth of you-know-what down her throat, using her and then sending her back as a gift to Biggie.
I got a question for y'all. I got one question for y'all. If y'all, you for my fellas, you know what I'm saying? Women, y'all swing that way? Jada Pinkett from the 90s or Halle Berry? Which one? Or Janet Jackson? 3. Janet Jackson, Jada Pinkett. Well, I said Janet Jackson, Jada Pinkett. I said somebody. Halle Berry. Them 3. Which one y'all going with? 90s. Which one y'all going with?
Corrupt then starts off by naming all the people on the East Coast he's cool with and explains how they influenced him as an MC. Then he uses slick wordplay to diss some of the new rappers and rap groups that came to the forefront during the time when the East Coast-West Coast beef.
I gotta look at it right now. Hold on to you. Damn. I don't know about now. She all bald and shit. She wanted to be Pop so bad. You know what I mean? In the 90s, goddamn. Yeah, man. Lord, we'll never get that again. Oh, I ain't talking about this shit. She like, oh yeah, nah. This ain't her best pick. Check to know that this ain't her best work. This ain't her best work right here. This, you know what I'm saying? It's off. Yes. Ooh, especially if she was in that damn movie. God damn. I love if she was in that movie. Ooh, Lord, Jada Pinkett in the 90s. Lord, that miss. Look, Will. I thought you was a player, boy. I thought you had like that, Will. We gotta do Will Smith versus Tupac versus Jada Pinkett. We gotta do that. What happened? Oh yeah, nah. Yeah, right here. Yes, sir. I mean, I'm all off track and shit. Y'all said Janet. Janet had the body. Janet had the body. I know y'all fucking lying. Hold on now. Janet had the body. Oh, Janet Jackson. Hey, she did look good, nigga. What's the I ain't gonna lie. Janet Jackson. I know I spelled damn. Oh, damn. Already? Damn. Quick. Oh, Lord. Yep. Janet won. Janet won. Janet won. Janet won. Oh, shit. Janet won. Yeah, she like Michael Jackson right here. Damn. Right here. Oh, yeah. Not how old she was right here. Oh, no. Like a pervert. Hey, she look like that? I don't want y'all might have to take my shit back. Can we get a clear picture? Please. You said she had a body? What about it? Hold on, her and Jan got the same body. Ain't right? I don't know. Hold on, let me go back to Janet. What Janet? We gotta get a body picture of Janet. I don't know, she might have been thicker. Can we get a... She all in dresses and shit. Bitch, let me get one picture of you. I think this the only time I see her look her best right here. Nigga got that movie. And set it off too. Oh yeah, oh definitely damn Shane. There Shane, yes sir. She had me and Shane. I wanted to goddamn marry her head. He said, yeah, the song talking about Pop. What did he say? Oh yeah. Okay, we gotta do Poet Justice. Okay, we gonna do Poet Justice. Poet Justice. Poet Justice. Poet Justice. Poet Justice. You said she was a rebound. The Way You Love video. So who look better though? Cause y'all confuse me. Oh, I said Jen Jets. Goddamn, I meant Jen. Oh Lord. No, we need a clear picture of this. God damn, this shit so damn old. We can't even get close. Y'all. Yeah, she crazy, yeah. Yeah. Miss Janet right up. Damn, she was on the tomboy shit, like, I don't know, but it's still sexy at the same time. If that makes sense. Can we get a clear picture, please? Man, damn. I know these pictures are old. God damn. Ooh, the best we gonna get, Chad. The best we gonna get. You said she was thick in the 80s. Ain't no way the hell she was that thick. She ain't thick now. She is not that thick in the 80s. Hold on, Janet Jackson in the 80s. How old she was in this movie? Oh Lord. I don't know now. She keep my me of Michael and that shit is fucking my damn mind up. Oh Lord, ooh, she bad right here. Yeah, I want a clear picture, motherfucker. Hold on, in the 80s? I ain't never seen Janet in the 80s. I always seen her in the 90s and you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. Oh, she look bad in that. Okay, she might got Janet beat. Yeah, she got bad. Yeah. Oh, she in a swimming pool. I'm starting looking at that. I feel like she up the age. Cause I don't look like I'm creepy and shit. That motherfucker might have been 16.
Really started to get out of control.
Now who the fuck is this I hear on the radio? This is me.
Wait, hold up,
to the east.
Then he touches on the incident of Biggie getting on the radio.
So y'all ain't gonna put Halle Berry? Halle Berry one in there? Yeah, y'all just forgot about Halle Berry. I thought Halle Berry would have got down the baddest thing. They say Halle Berry up a little bit now on them. Yeah, Halle Berry. We need 90 Halle Berry. You gotta throw hot. I don't know about now. Yeah, no, I don't know about now. In the 90s, yeah, damn. Lord, Jesus. Oh, Lord. She might want, I ain't gonna lie, Halle Berry. Halle Berry in the 90s. I don't know. She got me on this picture. Oh, Lord. We need to make skinny girls back. We need to make these type of women back. That's what we missing in life. You know what I'm saying? All the girls thick, it don't got out of style now. You know what I'm saying? I want something skinny. You know what I'm saying? Something to get up in there quick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you said Halle Berry bad? Damn. Oh, especially in that goddamn movie. Hell yeah. I forgot about this damn movie. Yes, she don't look like that no more, but she, goddamn. Look at her, what she look like now. Lord have mercy. Probably a little teen. She like somebody auntie now. Oh yeah, she was pressed. She was pressed for real. Yeah. Oh shit, I don't fucked up. Goddamn. Oh yeah, he's right here anyway.
They finished the
No, he's right here.
saying that they can't come to New York unless they bring him a gift. And the dog pound wants to send back his wife with $350 worth of you-know-what down her throat, using her and then sending her back as a gift to Biggie. Corrupt then starts off by naming all the people on the East Coast he's cool with and explains how they influenced him as an MC. Then he uses slick wordplay to diss some of the new rappers and rap groups that came to the forefront during the time when the East Coast West Coast beef really started to get out of control.
Now who the fuck is this I hear on the radio? Dissing me, B-I-G-I to the E.
Then he touches on the incident of Biggie getting on the radio with Funk Flex to diss Pac, Snoop and the Dog Pound before the New York video shoot, saying that he didn't expect to get dissed by a guy like Biggie who he always admired, calling him the deadliest force in New York, the person the city listens to, because that's what ultimately led to their trailer getting shot up. All it took was Biggie to hop on the radio and say something.
I found he's the deadliest force in the world where it's all about glamour, fame, and fortune. And next time you hit LA, then we mash.
They're basically threatening Biggie that there'll be severe consequences if he decides to come to LA. They're ready to return the favor now that they got chased out of New York. Biggie did actually try to come to LA numerous times, and there were always problems for him. They made sure that he can never feel safe there again. The whole reason why Diddy got close with the Southside Crips and Keefy D. But more on that later. Pac starts off by calling out quote-unquote all the dogs and phony rap stars who think that they got rid of him, meaning the robber Dexter Isaac and his two friends, Jimmy Henchman, Haitian Jack, Puffy, Biggie, Lil Sean and Stretch, who quote-unquote picked the side of his enemy. This is probably the only song in which Tupac said F New York and not a specific artist.
You gotta admit though.
They were all fed up. From that point on, they would always bring dozens of security guards with them every time they went to New York. They didn't feel safe there.
Me just learned this shit. Hip hop was goddamn. That when hip hop was hip hop, bro. Besides the not downgrading the 80s rappers and shit, but like I wish I was like born like I was born, but like I wish I was like a adult. I mean, right now during this time, cause I know music was y'all had everybody. Y'all had so many rappers out there, man. I think when Top Pop died, that shit, all this shit just started to go down here. In my opinion, Pac and Biggie died.
Like how the people from Bad Boy didn't feel safe in LA. Pac also felt like radio hosts on the East Coast like Funkmaster Flex weren't really respecting West Coast MCs. They obviously had an East Coast bias. Were also mad that they wouldn't let Snoop Dogg and the Dog Pound get on Hot 97, but then accepted calls from Biggie. The fans were also picking sides. And with them being hotheads at the time, they went on the offensive instead of trying to work things out and make peace. The last song Pac made in '95, where he's talking about Biggie, is No More Pain, which was recorded on December 18th. A lot of gun bars and threats on this one, challenging his jealous adversaries to pull out their guns and blast, promising that he'll murder them. He wants retaliation for what they did to him in New York, calling his shooters and the people involved cowards. In the outro, he then talks about Biggie, starting off by saying, "Come put your mouth on the pistol." The same thing Big said on Who Shot Ya. Oh yeah, to the cowards, you know who I mean. It's still Bad Boy Killer. Fat mother effers, got Down syndrome mother effers, weak ass people, dancers turned effing CEOs. These lines are obviously against Biggie and Puffy. And he said those things in the first version of the song Hit 'Em Up as well, saying that Biggie is a cross-eyed crack baby with Down syndrome. Dancers turned...
Then Diddy about to get out of jail and shit. That shit about to piss me the fuck out. I see that shit. What, 2000? Wait, what was it, 2000? Was it 28? I think 2028 he get out. I said, what the fuck? How the fuck did he? Damn. We gotta get his ass. Damn, nigga, go away. We don't want you back in the rap game. Even you come back, nobody ain't gonna look at you same. You know what I'm saying?
CEOs. Suge Knight was mocking Puffy for that at the '95 Source Awards as well.
Any artists out there want to be an artist and want to stay a star, and don't want to have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the videos, all on the record, dancing. Come to Death Row.
Then he responds to the people saying that prison has changed him and messed him up mentally, and that it made him go out of control. Pac believes that prison didn't change him at all, it only made him worse. So all these negative thoughts he had about Biggie, Puffy and Bad Boy prior to going to prison only got worse by him sitting back and thinking everything through, putting all the pieces of the puzzle.
All my American people fighting over there and shit, you know what I'm saying? Salute to all the American, everybody fighting over there, you know what I'm saying, from the homeland, you know what I'm saying? But me personally, I ain't fighting no more. I ain't going over there. Yeah, nah, them folks ain't did nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Them folks ain't did nothing to me. Let them folks do that. Leave them folks alone. They got their own religion. You know, let me them folks alone. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to fight. I ain't about to fight because y'all disagree. And then I gotta die because y'all disagree on some shit. That shit dumb. That's the dumbest shit I ever see. I don't see how y'all do that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just gonna keep it 100.
Together in the quest for answers. Now he's giving people the opportunity to pick a side, either with him or against him. And he's ready to go to war against anyone that picks the opposite side. In '96, the entire Death Row family continued making diss records about the East Coast. Snoop Dogg was expected to respond as he was technically the biggest rapper on the label at the time. And he recorded the song called Keep It Real, Dog, which contains a couple of lines that were aimed at Biggie.
If I'm gonna die, it's gonna be for my goddamn family or some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying, a guy or some shit. But not, me fighting over Trump, you crazy here. Cause y'all disagree with some oil, or y'all don't, you know what I'm saying, he said a comment or something. Now y'all wanna bump. Hell nah. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Be on the red eye. You're fat, you're black, you're whack, your style is toe up, plus you got one dead eye.
The line about the dead eye is obviously about Biggie's lazy eye. The entire Death Row crew made fun of him for that. It wasn't just Tupac, cause in recent interviews Snoop, Dre and the Dog Pound always make it seem like Pac was the only one that's out of control. That he was the only one that really went at Biggie. They were all doing it, but later blamed it on the dead man who's not here anymore to defend himself. Rewriting history and pushing the entire blame onto Tupac. I mean, he was definitely the driving force behind it, but everyone else took a part in it. Tupac then put himself on a Dog Pound song called Don't Stop, which originally featured the East Coast rapper Nas. Pac took out Nas's verse and put himself on it to diss Biggie. He wanted to stop giving East Coast rappers a
platform. Got the original verse with both of them on there? I would love to hear that. Like, they put a verse back on there, and they just got Nas. Do Tupac and Nas got a song together? Y'all let me know, cause I want to hear that if they got a song, yo.
Platform. This was around the time Tupac didn't tolerate any form of shout-out to the East Coast. Cause Tupac and the Outlaws beat up Dr. Dre's ghostwriter Jay Flex and his homies after they gave Brooklyn a shout-out on one of their songs. And they did the same to the rapper Sam Snead after he put rappers from the East Coast in his music video. Sam Snead and Jay Flex were all Death Row associates. But they still got beaten up. Pac took it very seriously. More on that in my Dr. Dre and Tupac beef analysis.
Y'all make sure y'all check this video out about Hip Hop Universe. Dr. Dre versus Tupac. Yeah, this is the reason I don't like Dr. Dre. Yeah, I find out. When I did that stream about this shit, I stopped liking Dr. Dre.
So yeah.
I used to think Dr. Dre wrote his own rhymes and everything. He was a real rapper. That motherfucker wasn't no real rapper. That boy was studio gangster for real.
Tupac didn't want to give East Coast rappers any more promo or exposure.
How about that Bone Thugs and Pop shit? Thug Love. I love that song, but I ain't gonna lie. That Biggie with the Bone Thugs, I think they hard. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be real. I ain't gonna lie. I knew it. Love my boy Pop, but Biggie got you on that one. He killed that shit. But I love
calling himself a bad boy killer and Biggie annihilator, saying that he'll kill Biggie, that he shall enjoy his last days on planet Earth, because one day he'll come get him, hitting him with 2 Glocks and leaving him with scar tissue. He wants to go one-on-one with Biggie, lyrically or physically, doesn't matter. Promising that he'll kill him regardless of where he wants to take it. Gunplay, fist fight or rap battle. But this verse mainly focuses on gun talk, saying that he'll spill Biggie's brain and that another bad boy affiliated rapper was killed. And he doesn't stop there. He wants to go to his funeral and also kill everyone associated with him. Everyone who came there to pay their respects, showing that he has no mercy for any of them, and that he's ready to fight dirty.
You gotta put DMX in there now. We did DMX yesterday. Y'all make sure y'all check out that last live. I did the history of DMX, but that shit was so sad. But DMX was up there with Tupac though. I ain't gonna lie. He was up there with that boy. I fuck with DMX though. His background that shit is sad as fuck though. I ain't gonna lie.
Laser smoke the bomb, quick to unload, expose my post for being keeping the inches 2 Glocks full of ammo. My army fatigue ready for battle. Commando. Let's get it on.
Daz also produced Pac's song First to Bomb, where he's going at Biggie, Puffy, and the East Coast as a whole.
I kick them all day, and my motto make Biggie falls back. I make it rough enough. You Puffy taller weight first to bomb, right out the gate against your side.
They also recorded Only Move for the Money together. On January 7th, 1996, the music video...
Why I ain't never heard this one? What is on? What album is on? Only Move for the Money. I know you fucking lying. I'm about to find this shit. Hold on, chat. Let me find this shit. I never heard this song. It's a lot of Tupac songs I ain't heard. You know what I'm saying? I'm a 90s baby. I was born in 91. I ain't get to hear all these songs. I'm still new to all the damn Tupac songs they got released. I just found out this year about some of these songs. Tupac. I had just found out Machiavelli this year. I didn't even know that was goddamn out. For the money. For the what is it? You ain't on Apple Music? But that's all this shit. I can't find this song. You ain't on Apple Music. They ain't no. What song was that? I got probably find on live mix. My brother and song.
On January 7th, 1996, the music video to Junior Mafia's hit single Get Money was released. And it featured the rapper Charlie Baltimore dressed up as...
But the reason he did that because he tried to get signed to the Bad Boy. He wanted he was trying to get signed so bad, so he just did Tupac just to show Biggie and them that he was on his, you know what I'm saying, on the New York side. But they didn't even help him get on.
Biggie's wife, Faith Evans. Big and Faith were still separated and had little to no contact. He was sending subliminal shots towards her in that video, kissing Charlie Baltimore on the lips, making his infidelity public at a time when everyone accused Faith of cheating, showing the world that he replaced her with a woman that looks just like her. Same hair color, same outfit, same looks. But again, in the video she's supposed to depict Faith Evans, and they're showcasing their tumultuous relationship, which ultimately leads to Biggie kicking her out the house, subliminally telling everyone that he and Faith are no more, showing them that he got his masculinity back, after Pac tried to emasculate him and destroy his player.
Which way you looking, Biggie? Everybody looking up. I don't know if you looking left or right. Who you looking at? Faith like, I don't even want to be here. I don't even know why I'm with this motherfucker. You don't even know I'm cheating on his ass. But you need to put them damn shades back on.
Image. This was Biggie's strategy to counter Pac's efforts in the most passive way possible. He wanted to show the world that he's indeed a player, someone who can get a new girl by just snapping with his fingers. Show people that Faith is replaceable, that players don't simp for any woman, especially not cheaters, that they just move on to the next one. Showing people that Pac didn't do any damage, that he's not even on his radar, that he's not the type to worry about a girl, as they're all lining up for him. There's nothing fake about the player image. Big is just making money and enjoying life, without a single thing to worry about. On January 9th, he then recorded the song Homeboys, on which he said, this is actually an advice that he got from Suge Knight. He said Pac picking on Bad Boy, Biggie and Puffy is like a grown man picking on little kids who can't defend themselves. He's asking them why they're trying to play a grown man's game. They shall stay in their lane, or Pac will quote-unquote tear that ass out the frame. On January 12th, Pac recorded a song called...
I ain't gonna lie, I always say Biggie got some sus shit. I don't know, but what you mean by that, twin? All this baby oil and shit going on. What you mean by that, twin? You my dog, I'm gonna let you pay whatever. Don't let it happen again.
If My Enemies Love Their Kids, which contains shots at Puffy. Pac is mocking Puff by pointing out Suge's relationship with Puffy's baby mama Misa Hilton, saying that Pac could sleep with her too if he wanted to. Puffy is on the top of Pac's kill list. This whole song is basically a warning and a death threat. A day later, on January 13th, Pac recorded the song He vs. She with the rapper Storm. It contains shots at Biggie, Puffy, Lil' Kim, Da Brat, Lil Sean and LL Cool J. Again, the whole reason why Pac went at L is because of the song I Shot Ya, which was a response to Biggie's Who Shot Ya.
We forget because you did an interview when you listen to damn, what the song called? Damn, what song I seen him doing an interview. He said he was rapping on 2Pac's song. What that song was? Damn, I forgot.
Pac thought LL was going at him too, so that's why he kept sending shots.
But it kind of sucks because using that video with that Trent, that you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That Thailand, we gonna say Thailand, Chad. We can't defend my. I don't want to defend my people. We gonna say them Thailands.
Shots at him in targets were of course the people associated to Bad Boy.
Now when I say Big, you say B.I.G. when I say bad boy killer. You say me when I say puffy, it's a puffy scream word on my life. I wrote this bitch my fucking Big's wife.
Calling Biggie a pig and Puffy a punk while also bragging about sleeping with Biggie's wife, Faith Evans. They also had lines for Lil' Kim and the Bread.
Now I've been told that Lil' Kim thinks she hot. She not. Better get that attitude adjusted for one match just slut. Plus now the Brad's true. Must want an ass whipping. We be the first ones to fuck with you and bad boy.
This was a direct response to the Bread's line in Total song No One Else.
The decoy watch Brad killing destroy through the last one. So death and bad boy. We be the first ones to fuck with you and bad boy. Bustin' through Brooklyn, look at my shots.
I know you fucking lying. Hell nah.
Stop the cap.
I thought LL Cool J was the man. The way he got there, how he used to do it now, he lick lips and shit. All this shit back in the 90s. I thought LL Cool J was a player. The Tupac took his girl. Oh Lord, yeah, you don't love Cool Point, LL Cool J. Yeah, nah, you don't take your girlfriend. That
Lil Sean was one of the people that were present during the Quad Studio shooting. And the
they do got the interview with Lil Sean. We gotta do Lil Sean.
only person who tried to help him, according to Tupac himself. The only one that shed tears for him. But in the Vibe interview, he called Pac stupid and a liar for saying that he was crying the whole time. So that's why he kept dissing Sean. On January 14th, the previously mentioned New York Times article with Pac talking about his relationship with Faith Evans came out and brought back quite a bit of emotions for Biggie, since he kept learning new things about his wife's relationship with his biggest enemy, things that she kept a secret from him. Faith never told him that she was actually that close with Pac, that she would buy him trunks full of gifts. Big just couldn't catch a break. Pac would always reopen his wounds by making fun of him and his wife in the media. In magazines, in newspapers, on the radio, on TV. He couldn't escape it. What made it even worse is that the only times he would speak to her, he would catch her in lies, as she was only trickle-truthing him. This was also around the time Faith saw the video to Get Money, where she's getting dissed. Faith got mad when she saw the video, and they sent each other messages to talk about it. Cause they had went low contact after she caught him cheating, and then they went.
Be real, Jack. That bad boy vibe. The women love this shit. You know what I'm saying? They love this shit. They say they don't, but they love this shit, bro. You can't take women crazy, cause they mind different for us, bro. Like they mind different from us. They wired different from us, bro. Once you learn that, you'll understand women. Like these motherfuckers, they're different. They can mean one thing, mean another. At the same time.
No contact after the incident with Pac happened. Biggie called Faith to come visit him in New Orleans so that they can talk it out. They had an argument and fight in winter '96, which somehow led to Faith's pregnancy. Biggie's son Christopher Jordan Wallace, who was born 9 months later on October 29th. At the time, people were speculating if the kid might have been Tupac's. But that would have been impossible since the two never saw each other after November 9th.
We gonna see if they will. We gonna see what them baby look like now. Biggie's son. No, he look like Biggie. I can see Biggie in him. Yeah, he look like Biggie. I think in the nose. Maybe. He damn sure don't look like no damn Pop. What the fuck? Who the fuck is that? Oh, that's his daughter. Poor little T-10. You say I'm a what? And you call it, and you say what's your name? Long. You gotta do that. You want to feel good about yourself. You got to name yourself that. I guess so, bro. Hello, I ain't gonna disrespect my people. That's why I ain't saying nothing about it. Y'all together now. We ain't gonna disrespect everybody family here now. We ain't gonna disrespect my, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, man, some of my people swing that way. We gonna disrespect them because I treat everybody's family. You say you don't know that? What you mean, Nicole?
95. Big and Faith.
Now you gonna make me go back to the damn picture now. God damn it. Damn, can we put a picture? I thought they were gonna put a picture of them together. They did. They did put the picture together. Fuck. Now you know. I don't know. He look like Biggie to me. I think that's Biggie's son. You gotta think, Faith Edmonds, she was black and white too. So I don't know. I'm about to ban your goddamn, your weird ass. Your weird ass out of here. Cause in real life, I would have beat the fuck out your ass. To be honest, I ain't gonna lie. I would have stole off on your ass. For real. My bad, Chad.
Faith agreed to co-parent their child once he's born, but their relationship never recovered. Tupac ruined Big's marriage, regardless of Big believing his claims of sleeping with his wife. The trust and spark was gone. Big thought of the possibility that she might have cheated on him as revenge for him cheating with Lil' Kim and Charlie Baltimore. But according to Lil' C's, he did later believe Faith's version of the story, that she didn't sleep with him. But the gossip on the streets made it impossible for him to just move on and to continue being all lovey-dovey with her. Nobody believed Faith's side of the story, except Big. But Big also said that he always believed that Pac is the realest guy in the industry. Big thought of it wasn't just anyone making those claims. Things just couldn't go back to how they were. The image of Big and Faith being hip-hop's dream couple was crushed. And Big was seen as a weak man who wifed up a promiscuous cheater that would open her legs even for his biggest enemies, and then come back to play the innocent and faithful wife. So he couldn't stay with her, even if Pac was a liar. Pac had successfully convinced the entire world that he slept with Biggie's wife, and the baby that was on the way made things 10 times more complicated. So in the end they decided to stay friends, but they wanted to stay in separate places, with Faith promising him that she'll stay faithful and focus on the kid. Big, on the other hand, continued to see other women. They didn't know if they wanted to get divorced yet. The media and fans continued to bombard them with questions, being a nuisance during her entire pregnancy.
Press the media was like, oh, so, all right, she stopped with Big, she stopped with Tupac. I'm not no different than any other. You know, everybody has a temper. Nobody will never know the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's all up to me. Am I going to hate her for the rest of her life, thinking that she did something? Or am I just going to be a man about the situation and let's just go on with our lives, you know? Personally, I was angry. I know that I was at the hospital with his father when he had got shot in that studio. And why are you doing that?
Later on, in the September 96 issue of the Vibe magazine, Biggie said,
you feel like this. You was at hospital. I feel you. I feel you was at the hospital. Why you didn't come to jail, though? He told you to come to jail. You know what I'm saying? He writing him or something. Why you did that shit in the magazine? You know that shit gonna say this. Then you, who shot you? You thought that boy was gonna be gone. You thought that boy was gonna get out. Well, you thought that boy was gonna get out. That boy got out. It was over.
People was like, when she stopped effing with Big, she started effing with Tupac. And Big started effing with Lil' Kim. That's the summary of the Biggie Smalls Faith-ish right there. But we wasn't effing with each other way before the rumors popped off. I married her after knowing her for 8 days, and I was happy. That was...
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
8 days? You married her in 8 days? She put that thing on. She must got that thing on. I ain't never had that before. Hello? 8 days? Oh, Lord. That's what's a week in a... Oh, what is a week? And a Monday? Oh, Lord.
My baby. At the same time, with us being so spontaneous, we did it backwards. Maybe she won't admit it, but I will. We should have got to know each other and then got married. The relationship kind of dissolved, but we're still going to be friends. I love her. We have a baby together. And we are always gonna love our kids. Who knows? 10 years from now, we might even get back together.
Yeah,
Big implied that the marriage failing was partly his fault.
Hey. I'm kind of jealous now.
Oh my God!
I'm kind of jealous. I ain't no head info check. I don't want to marry you in no. Well, hell nah. He must have had nobody fine. At that point, he ain't had nobody fine like her. That would have. They're going ahead and be real. You know what I'm saying?
It would have happened regardless of Pac's involvement. On January 18th, Pac then recorded the song This Life I Lead, where he once again calls himself a bad boy killer. On January 19th, Tupac and the Outlaws went to the House of Blues to see the rap group Onyx perform. There they met the rapper Keith Murray, the guy who was not only on the first version of Who Shot Ya, but also on LL Cool J's I Shot Ya, and also on the remix of course. Pac wanted to know if they were dissing him. Pac's homie Big Syke was actually the one that approached him, while Onyx was performing on stage. Fred Row Stars saw Pac and Keith Murray come face to face, and the two started yelling at each other. Keith denied that Pac was their target. Biggie unknowingly caused a lot of conflicts between Pac and various rappers from the East Coast, just with one song alone. That's how powerful and controversial it was. Cause again, I Shot Ya was a response to Who Shot Ya. But they made peace that day, and Pac was definitely relieved, cause he never really wanted to go to war with LL Cool J. But he still saw everyone on I Shot Ya as potential enemies. That included Prodigy from Mobb Deep, Foxy Brown from Nas's group The Firm, and everyone else who was in that music video. Cause the song was actually supposed to be something like a New York anthem, with all the different cliques coming together. And Pac initially thought that all the cliques from New York were coming.
I thought she didn't get his money. I thought Biggie Mama don't even got his money, dude. I thought somebody told me like a couple streams ago that Biggie Mama don't even got money to his shit. Diddy got all this shit. And Diddy wouldn't even get Diddy and them want to give Biggie Mama the money. I'm gonna see. Now I gotta read. Y'all make me do damn lot of research today. Biggie. Yeah, she should get it with child. I don't think they do child support. Are you there? I don't know about that. Oh, it's state. A 50-50. Oh yeah, she do get 50-50 between her and his mother. Oh yeah, okay, the mother do get some. Why the hell she get? Ain't no damn 50-50, motherfucker. My mama get all this shit. I don't give a damn I'm married. My mama get all this. She is clearly involved in a lawsuit. Oh, she was withheld funds from the state following $100 million. Damn, $100 million catalog. Oh yeah, she about to go to jail. When this was? Oh, this was 2025, y'all. He killed him. Who killed who? Oh shit. I thought Diddy got it too. Got it, then sold it for 100. She sold the money? I know you fucking lying. He said it stayed value around $10 million in 1997. Grew since it was for. Okay, it's like one. YouTube and Vibe.com reported that it stayed up. God damn. Oh, is she going to jail? want to know if she going to jail. Cause we can get her too. I know she ain't got to worry about going hungry no more. Shit. She probably end up on him too. Yeah, we need to get him out of the way so I can get his money. Oh, damn. Drug arrest. Oh, Lord. She might not go to jail. You said that's the plot to... Cause look, I'm thinking like that cause they said when KVD them did the job on Tupac, boom. They said Biggie, Diddy them called, like third party Diddy, boom, make sure it's Pop, you know what I'm saying? Got the hit off. They said Faith was with him. So they had, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. But I don't but this shit might be deeper than we think, to be honest. Cause where Faith Evans and Diddy had a secret relationship nobody knew about. Oh Lord. You know she get down. We already know she get down like that. So you know how Diddy a big old freak. I think he had some using it.
Coming together to diss him and to side with Biggie during the East Coast West Coast war. Cause Pac had become the face of the West Coast and Biggie the face of the East Coast. So he thought I Shot Ya was a part 2 to Big's Who Shot Ya. But Keith Murray denied it and prevented it from escalating any further. Cause as you could hear on the song NY87, Pac was in F New York mode. And he was ready to diss everybody if he had to. On the song Never Call You B Again, which he recorded 12 days later on January 31st, he mentioned his beef with the East Coast. He explicitly said East Coast, cause he was ready to take on everybody.
Can't get too close, my enemies, they see ghosts, they envy me. Plus we've been beefing with the East Coast, you got these.
That same day, he recorded the song Breathing, where he said,
Complete my mission, my competition no longer beefing. I
forgot about this damn album. But my favorite song on that shit is Until the End of Time. I don't know who sung on that shit. That motherfucker killed that shit.
The mission was to end the careers of his enemies on the East Coast, to outsell everyone in the game with his upcoming double album, while dropping the biggest diss records ever. He's murdering his competition, making him the last man standing, or in other words, the last man breathing. The second verse was unfinished, but he still mentioned Bad Boy and them preying on his downfall. In the February '96 issue of the Vibe magazine, it seemed like Pac was trying.
When I first seen this cover when I was growing up, I used to think it was a hard-ass cover. Now my whole vision of this shit is changed. Only person on there I see hard is Tupac. Snoop Dogg like he's scared when he one goddamn jet. I don't know, is the Jerry Carey or Afro? I don't know what the fuck he got on. Dr. Dre, scary. Suge, snitch. Dead snitch. I gotta do the Suge Knight interviews too. He got a damn podcast. I gotta go listen to his podcast. Suge Knight got a podcast on YouTube.
Trying to de-escalate the situation between him and Biggie. He was asked about the rumors of him sleeping with Faith Evans, to which Pac responded, "Me and Faith don't have no problems." When asked about their relationship beyond the studio, he replied, "I ain't gonna answer that ish, man. You know I don't kiss and tell." The whole energy he had on the first version of Hit 'Em Up somehow disappeared, cause on that song he was actually bragging about it. He didn't want to put out any of the songs he made where he mentions Big's wife, and in interviews he was only implying it indirectly, trying to look like a serious businessman who's too classy to brag about it, only dropping hints and comments with double meanings behind them, so that the fans and the media could continue speculating, only saying things like, "Faith is my girl, I treated her good, and we don't have any problems." In the studio, he was way more reckless, saying things like, "I effed your wife." But those tapes didn't come out yet. He was holding them back, and waiting for Biggie's next move. Things changed quickly after hearing the response from Biggie. Cause on February 3rd, they released the remix to Junior Mafia's hit single Get Money, which includes shots at Tupac. And this song was actually genius. When Biggie's wife, Faith Evans, came back to New York after spending time with Tupac, and after Big and Faith more or less reconciled in winter '96, she told Big about the beat Pac played for her, so that Big can prepare himself for what Pac has planned and then sabotage him. In the studio, Pac was hyping the beat up, saying that it'll be one of his biggest songs on his album. Lance Rivera, DJ Enough, and Biggie quickly recognized the sample Faith was talking about, the one Johnny J used for Hit 'Em Up. Cause again, Pac played it for her when they were in the studio together, and the sample was Don't Look Any Further, which they decided to use before Pac to sabotage him. They produced a similar beat to what Faith described, and used it for the Get Money remix, cause they knew that Pac's album was just about to drop. February 13th was the date for Pac's huge comeback, so they decided to drop the Get Money remix 10 days prior. Biggie wanted to put a song on the radio which sounded just like the track Pac wanted to put on All Eyes on Me, expecting that he'll use the beat Faith heard for his next single. They expected Hit 'Em Up to be on All Eyes on Me. So Big did the same thing he did in '94, when he used the same sample for Tupac's Time to Get My Drank On for his hit single Big Papa, before Tupac even has a chance to use that song. According to Lil C's, they knew that Pac would lyrically take aim at them on his next album All Eyes on Me. What they didn't know is that Pac used the beat Faith heard for a Biggie diss track, not for a club banger. Faith thought Hit 'Em Up would be a party record, and that's why Biggie and Junior Mafia wanted to turn it into a smooth, laid-back club record. But Pac, by this time, had already decided to exclude the first version of Hit 'Em Up from the album. He had actually given up on the idea to release it, thinking that he had humiliated Biggie enough already, with those pictures of Faith and Pac floating around, and the media turning it into the biggest topic in hip-hop. People were trying to tell Tupac to slow down.
You know what I'm saying? I thought this shit was after. So, I mean, I know they hung up, but they ain't put Hit 'Em Up, but you know what I'm saying? Okay, I bet. So he didn't want to put it. So Hit 'Em Up was really supposed to be dropped. So what made him drop it?
That it's all a misunderstanding, as Biggie would have never done anything sneaky like dissing him on a song like Who Shot Ya and making fun of him for getting shot. And that the whole thing about Biggie setting him up is a misunderstanding. That Pac is attacking a man who's completely innocent, which makes him the one that's in the wrong. And they were all saying that Biggie is not even responding, that he wants peace. But the Get Money remix convinced him to go ahead with his initial plans to do the Hit 'Em Up song, cause he had scrapped the first version and didn't want to use it. Pac understood what Biggie and Puffy were trying to do with that remix. He understood that they were trying to sabotage him again, so he stopped having mercy for them. Her decision to tell Biggie and Puffy made Pac go back in the booth and redo the song, but this time more brutal. He even started insulting Faith, cause he knew that she was the one that told Big about the sample. Biggie was the first one to make a move, lyrically, cause none of the songs Tupac made about Biggie had been released so far. The Get Money remix was retaliation for what Pac did with Faith, but they once again kept it subliminal. The remix starts off with Lil C's asking Tupac and the Outlaws how they could possibly think that they could ever have a negative effect on Biggie, Junior Mafia, and the money they pull in, implying that they're unstoppable, and that they will forever continue to get gold and platinum plaques, regardless of who's trying to stop them.
How you figure that your team can affect my cream? Gold and platinum plaques since I stepped on the scene, know what I mean?
Both Lil Kim and Lil C's have a verse on here, and that's part of the reason why they later became a target on Hit 'Em Up, cause the other members of Junior Mafia didn't get called out by names. They gave C's and Kim special attention. Big then comes in verse number 3, starting off with slick talk and double entendres.
All that and the bottle of Dom P. Can't harm me, I keep the on me.
This part right here includes 4 references. Dom P, obviously the alcoholic drink Dom Perignon, but also the name of Lil Sean's song, in which he sampled Biggie. Those two were also in the Dom Perignon music video next to people wearing henchman shirts. Again, Jimmy Henchman was the mastermind behind the Quad Studio shooting. Biggie was still hanging out with him after the shooting. And Little Sean was the guy Tupac was supposed to do a song with that night he got shot. Next, he uses the word army. The people who robbed Pac at the Quad Studios wore army fatigues. Not only that, but Big is also kinda talking about them as if they're his people, which is what Tupac initially thought when he saw them, according to the Vibe magazine interview. Pac made it seem like the robbers could have been Biggie's homies. The accusations, of course, infuriated him, cause Pac literally said they looked like Biggie's homies from Brooklyn, and Biggie plays with that in the next line by asking, "Is Brooklyn in the house?" Immediately after using the word army, he uses the word Brooklyn. Was that a coincidence? Cause Pac's robbers in army.
I don't even see why he got mad anymore. That's why he tore your ass up. You tore your ass up, man.
Army fatigues were indeed from Brooklyn.
You know why I hit him up, got dropped.
Brooklyn in the house, without a doubt.
He also said people can't harm him, in response to Tupac constantly taking jabs at him. And he was the main one doing it at the time. So these lines were definitely aimed at Pac. Again, don't P harm me, army is Brooklyn in the house. He chose his words wisely. He knew exactly that Pac would understand what he's trying to do. And he did, cause he paid close attention to that. While everyone else was busy telling him that he's just overanalyzing things, that it's all a reach, that Biggie is innocent and could never do him wrong, Pac saw them as deceitful, two-faced, manipulative snakes. I mean, Puffy always managed to make himself and his people look like innocent angels, in contrast to the big bully, tyrant and devil Suge Knight. And Tupac, who's completely out of control. While Pac and Suge were always direct, Puff and Big loved responding subliminally, while pulling strings behind the scenes without anyone noticing. That's why Puff always said that bad boys move in silence.
Without a doubt, I'm the rapper with clout everybody yap about.
Who was the one quote-unquote yapping about Biggie every chance he got? Tupac, of course.
Check it out, guns I bust 'em. Problems with my wife, don't discuss 'em.
Biggie's infidelity, followed by Faye's alleged affair with Tupac, changed their relationship forever. And Biggie was getting tired of it, always getting brought up wherever he went. It was of course hurting him, and he just wanted to move on. So he's telling Pac and the media to stop talking about his wife and his relationship with her.
Fingerprints I dust them, recent address. Stuck it for your stash in your pissy mattress.
The part about the recent address could be about the incident with Mark Bell at the Christmas party in December 95, where Pac, Suge and the Mob Peru beat up the bad boy associate in an attempt to find out Puffy's recent address. Stuck you for your stash in your pissy mattress, another way of saying he robbed him, and possibly another reference to the Quad Studio shooting, cause people saw it as Biggie admitting, or at least making it seem like he was partly involved in the robbery, just to piss off Tupac, who was already accusing him. Or it could also be something completely unrelated, just him rapping about his life as a drug lord.
Your mom's the actress, didn't want to show me the safe. It's okay, she was old anyway.
I know that I was at the hospital when he had got shot in that studio.
Your mom's the actress, didn't want to show me the safe.
This could be about Tupac's mother, Afeni Shakur, who was a
You better get me fucking tight. I ain't gonna lie. You better get me fucking tight. You know what I'm saying? We love Mama Pop. Pop didn't take. Damn, really? Damn. I did not know that. Well, this part one. I do part two, part Monday. But tomorrow, I appreciate everybody coming through. I appreciate y'all. If y'all new to the channel, please like, subscribe to the channel. We had W Stream. I think we had... Yeah, 32K tonight. I appreciate y'all. 32K. Tomorrow stream 11 p.m. Make sure y'all can come in and check in. We're gonna do Faith Evans interview. See if all the lies she tells and everything. So tomorrow is Faith Evans. Monday we're gonna do part 2 Monday. I appreciate everybody. What's up though? What's up, brother? Sorry you came late, brother.